that it doesn't start for a couple of seconds.
Hello. Welcome everybody to the
start for a couple of seconds.
Welcome everybody to the first Unexpectables of 2019, and predictably we fucked up, and that's okay though, guys. Thank you all for coming here. Pikachu 101 Iffy, thank you for the 2-month resub. Guys, I want you to know that I'm excited for this whole new year. Hashtag New Year, New Me. As you see below, we got some new emotes, so check them out, folks, if you like them. An actual Mexican otaku 2-month resub. Your name is... Oof. Bertie Cinders with an 18-month resub. Thank you so much. 900 bits from Thor to 2017. Don't forget, from Canary's Perch was where the white tiefling still have it. He operated from. Thank you. I did not know that.
Eyebrow wiggle.
Eyebrow wiggle. Monty, you're actually...
That's where Dolmar got his soul crystals from.
You're actually... You got static on your end, didn't you?
Do I have static on my end?
You do.
Ah, shit. Okay, we might have to resync here. Give me 2 seconds. My microphone likes to do this.
Nobody X with 5,000 bits. Yo, we're back, baby! Hope you guys had a happy holiday. Nobody X, thank you for the 5,000 bits. And you know what? We had a happy holiday. Monty enjoyed New Year's Eve.
Hi. Hi, can you hear me? Do I sound staticky anymore?
No, you're good.
No.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Say something?
I'm saying stuff. Hello.
No, not anymore.
All right, well, we're going to have to resync because I have to restart my audio then.
God damn. Okay, one sec, guys. We're all syncing up. Chat, everyone, we're resyncing. Everyone.
Recording?
Everyone get... Yes, that's what that means.
Okay. Stopping recording.
Sorry, guys.
Zito.
I guess my thing is acting
Zito,
up.
you're welcome for the 19-month resub. Thank you so much. You feel so privileged. Oh, come on.
That's a word.
Bust out that flute, baby.
Oh, now you want to fucking hear that dumb
No!
shit.
Get it
No.
once.
No.
Here we go.
Oh, here. Nope, there it is.
And that's
okay.
it.
There you go.
And that's it. No more. All right, thank you very much, Zito.
Now I'm happy.
All right.
Now I am privileged to be
Hello,
here.
hello, Austin. How are you? Sorry.
Hi, Austin.
All right, relaunch our audio, everybody. Everyone say Happy New Year, Austin.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All righty.
Die.
Once again, Austin, just beware that my waveform might look really weird because I'm using a new interface.
Okay, so here. Go Bears! All right.
Oh my God.
Deceiving.
1, 2, 3, sync.
Sync.
1, 2, 3, sync.
Sync.
1, 2, 3, sync.
Sync.
That was good. I didn't hear static that time. TMS King of White, thank you for the resub. JC Blade X, thank you. Zeus Moose, thank you. Crystal Tail, thank you for the 100 bits. Pikachu 101 Iffy for the 500 bits. Some bits to welcome the new year. Won't be catching the session live, the next session live because I'm taking a cruise. Here's some good newts for good luck. Thank you so much, Pikachu 101 Iffy. Snuggy Bum 5 with the 510 bits. Yay, my birthday just got much better. Happy birthday, Snuggy Bum 5! Derpy Dookie, thank you for the 1-year sub. Lively Havoc, thank you much for the 4-month resub. Holy crap, Bosco, introduce yourself. Where can they find you? What's up with you?
Yeah, they could find me at EdBoscoVA on both Twitter and Instagram, and they can find me right here on twitch.tv, just / my name, Edward Bosco. Typically a lot of sports stuff. Also, I can say something today because something got released. I am in a fan production of a Mass Effect podcast called Mass Effect Protocol, and we just released our 5th episode, so you guys can check that out if you like Mass Effect. Also, go check out Death Battle, where you can hear Curtis and I be awesome as Darkseid and Deadpool, because we are the best.
Yeah. An unknown, well-received tag team, if there ever's been one.
And it's true. Also, I would like to send my condolences out to all the wrestling fans with the passing of Mean Gene Okerlund. I just want to throw that out there.
Absolutely. A big loss for wrestling.
For those of you that don't know, if you know who Hulk Hogan is, every time he would say, "You know something, Mean Gene," that's Mean Gene Okerlund, and he sadly passed away. So thoughts and prayers and all that good stuff, but he was one of the good ones.
Thank you so much, and I agree. DRK Gannon, thank you so much for the 1-year sub. Polka King, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Scamman93 for the 7-month resub, thank you so much. And Blackfoot Ferret with over 9,000 bits. New Year's get Blackfoot Ferret with 9,001 bits. Holy shoot. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you so much for the incredibly kind contribution here to the Unexpectables. Thank you, Blackfoot Ferret, so much. CG, thank you for the 100 bits as well. David Zenavon with a 13-month resub, thank you so much. Crazy Meta with a Prime sub, thank you. And Platinum Raven with a 5-month resub, thank you so much. And Crazy Tail 30 with 100 bits, thank you so much. Yo, Goomba, Where can they find you at, baby?
Here, no. You can find me at twitch.tv/GaijinGoomba, no H, because memes. You can find me literally everywhere else at GaijinGoomba with an H. I talk about culture and gaming and anime and all that edutainment good stuff. And otherwise, I'm streaming and yelling at things as most people tend to do.
That is true. I'm there for some of that. Zito, where can they find you?
Find me at twitch.tv/Zito. Indie games, dumb multiplayer stuff, artwork, and quite soon D&D, a D&D game. Which one is that? I don't fucking know, even though I wrote it. Just expect that my schedule will be changing this year, so even I don't know when I'm going to be starting this week. But going forward, expect me to stream way earlier than I have been because my sleep schedule needs to change. I need to be healthier. I need to be a regular human being again.
Well,
And now we're contending for the time slot. Yay.
That's
Yay.
Hooray! Goody gumdrops. Alrighty. Script Daddy with 1,000 bits. Happy New Year, friends. Happy New Year to you, Script Daddy. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, dude. One of our mods. Warfay with a 14-month resub. Thank you so much. Sam X1 with a 510 bits. Just wanted to give you guys some bits. Happy New Year, guys. And Monty, thanks for the advice when it came to my D&D character. I changed it up a little bit and wanted to thank you for getting me into D&D.
When did you ask that question? Because if you asked that question when I was drunk, revert.
Protoss 103. Yeah, Monty was drunk one time. It happened. Protoss 103. Why is Bosco here? Didn't he die? Frowny, sticky out tongue. Dial 357 with 100 bits. And hold the phone, everybody. Will the Hunt with 21,000 bits. All hail the new bit boss, Will the Hunt. Hey, Monty,
Hello.
I'm glad I finally got to catch up. Tap, tap, tap. It's coming. I'm working on it. Excited. Will the Hunt with 21,000 bits. All hail the new bit boss, Will the Hunt. Will the God. Avery Manly Muppet with 1,000 bits. Had a shit day at work, but want to support the folks who make me smile. Thanks, Avery Manly Puppet. Sorry I had a bad day. And Bad Grump, thank you for the sub. And Accident Fish, thank you for the 500 bits. Just wanted to say, I was the bit bomber earlier, Taka. Oh, Accident Fish, thank you so much for dropping those subs on everybody. Greatly appreciate that, Accident Fish. Very nice of you
Also,
for doing
Protoss,
that.
bro, why don't you go build some more additional pylons and come talk to me?
Will the Hunt.
I get it.
Thank you again, Will the Hunt. That's
Meow.
very kind. And thank you again, Accident Fish. Monty, where can they find you?
Sorry, 1 second. I'm doing something at the moment.
Yo,
I'm just saying, he needs more pylons to drop.
Octo, where can they find you, baby?
Hi, you can find me excuse me, you can find me everywhere at Octopimp. I'm on Twitch. I stream 6 days a week. I've been doing a lot of Warhammer 40K painting and modeling recently because I've gotten into it. Yeah, it's a lot of...
Wait, which chapter are you?
Oh, Necrons all the way, baby.
Oh right, you're a Necron guy.
Yeah, I'm a filthy Xeno.
Damn it.
But yeah,
Heresy!
I thought you guys
No,
were so
here's
ashamed
the
of
advice.
existing, you built yourself under the pyramids.
Listen, we buried ourselves for 60 million years, and then we saw what was happening up here, and we're like, all right, let's sort this out. Because
Well,
they're
look,
gonna
now
do
they're
it
coming
themselves.
out with Sisters of Battle, and no one's going to be happy this year. Just be very
Yeah,
thankful for that.
It's true. I have the beta codex, and the chapter proved that it's whack. Anyway, I also do a lot of retro games, mostly retro games. So if you like old games, then come check me out. Recently, we're playing through Mega Man Legends 2. So if you like that game, come hang out and have a good time. Anyway, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Yo, Connor, spin that shit. Where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at @SenilSnake, and they can find me on Twitch at Distortion Devil, but I probably won't be streaming until sometime after the 15th,
Getting that new comp.
because that's when my new computer arrives.
Yay.
You're not Cypher 7. What was it? Cypher 782.
Oh God.
If you want to see excellent Gamzee voice, go check it out.
Yes,
Awesome.
the most ancient.
Monty,
Hi.
where can they find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlue. You can find me at MontyGlue on Twitter.
Are you like in a hole?
It sounds like she shrank.
Sorry, I had to get up and grab something. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He's
We're
got to put
losing
this
her
whole
control.
campaign on their shoulders and get it over the finish line, guys. You can't deal with our crap anymore.
Yeah, so you can find me there. We'll see how this week goes. There's a lot happening. Like a lot happening this week for me. Tomorrow I have to get a haircut, and then I'm hoping that tomorrow night I can stream something. depending on how I feel. And then maybe a stream on Sunday, probably not, because Saturday I'm doing a D&D marathon thing at my local one of the game
Welcome
shops.
to the marathon.
It's gonna be an 8-hour marathon.
That's
But yeah, no.
This has been already. We got a lot of call-outs real fast. I gotta get through everyone.
I do have to get up and grab water, and I will be right back.
And no worries. Shout out to Bob. Thank you so much for
3
the 100
minutes.
bits. Every message.
Better go quick.
I couldn't hear him. He just cut out. Crazy Tail 30, thank you for the 100 bits. Kara Teagle for the 300 bits. Thank you so much. Sam X1 for the 245 bits. Dawn Fluffle SOB for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Voodoo Pork with 100 bits. Thank you so much. Penguin Man 0913 1000 bits. I love all you guys. All you guys are amazing at what you do. Hope you had a good year. Thank you so much, Penguin Man 0913. Glad Sirius with a 19-month resub. Thank you so much. Gino Kaze, Mark Wolf. Thank you so much for the subs up from each of you. Tears of Mozart. Thank you for the 300 bits. Praise the Matador. Ice Booth with 100 bits. Thank you so much. Katie Cat 1989. Good year. 16-month resub. Thank you so much. Daisy Head with a 1500 bits. Daisy Head with the 1500 bits. My God, Daisy Head, thank you so much for the 1500 bits. Soul Flame 95 with 150 bits. Bud the Spud with 100 bits. And Big Boy Trinidaddy with a Prime sub. Great name. And JC Blade X 500 bits. Birthday bits. Thank you so much, guys. And again, a big thank you to Will the Hunt for the 21,000 bits. Incredibly kind of you. Oh my goodness gracious, God in heaven. And Blackfoot Ferret with 9,001 bits. Thank you so much. By the way, I am also excited for Wrestle Kingdom this weekend. Yes. Dawn Fluffle SOB with a 200 bits. Monty can't be stopped. It's true, she can't. Road One Flew with a 300 bits. Here you go, boy. D4C Trice with an 18-month resub. Thank you so much, guys. And you can find me here, where I'm playing a lot of wrestling. Welcome to the Wrestling the Multiverse Nexus Wrestling.
Good recovery.
Oh no, it was bad. But the important thing, guys, is I'm here. I stream WWE and D&D stuff. That's pretty much that's what my channel's been.
Hey, Taka.
Yeah.
Should we advertise our new shirts?
Should we have?
Yeah, we have new shirts.
For those who are wondering, we have shirts. We have new shirts on the merch site. We have a Decrew mug. We have exclamation mark merchables actually.
Merchables.
I know. I don't know who said that. Oh, there it is. There, merchables. That's right, guys. We have a Greckles shirt, a Panic Grimtongue shirt, Smith J11070
A turt?
A shirt.
We have released. We have a Decrew mug. We have an Avon Cup mug as well. We also have a Greckles sea salt and what was it? Seaweed and sea salt.
Seaweed and sea salt.
Shirt.
That's what I'm advertising right now.
And we have a Panic Grimtongue tour band tour shirt as well for all of your guys' good needs. It is very nice. The only thing is be sure to follow the washing instructions with the shirts because they are made with environment safe dyes. So when you get them, you do want to wash them first, and be sure to wash them in a more gentle cycle. Don't be too brutal with them in the washing machines.
Or you'll end up like me.
Yeah.
All right.
We do have some. Okay, we do have some stickers planned though as well. The only problem is that the website's acting up. We don't know why. We're gonna try. I need to try and contact support because every time we try to put the stickers in, we always get Greckles coming back.
Yeah, we always get the Greckles.
Yeah.
No, that's not. It's not a feature. It's a bug.
We should have a Praise Oriara sticker with our good friend Log that you can slap on any of your electronic devices. And we should also have we're gonna have a Tubbs one.
Yeah, there's a Tubbs sticker on the way, folks. That's right.
Yeah.
Get an extra large, the only size it comes in.
Yep.
Real fast.
I'm sorry, I don't buy merch for
All right,
dead.
we're getting started.
We're getting started. Thank you all for the bits as well, guys, and the subs. Alrighty.
When last we left our heroes, Greckles the Kenku Rogue, Panic the Tiefling Bard, Task the Kobold Ranger, Borky the Orc Barbarian, Remy the Kenku Fighter, and a newfound friend in Zenrio the Triton Sorcerer, utilizing a Dwarven Crab Marine, Task Borky Greckles, Task, why is Task there twice?
Hi, I'm here twice.
It's already twice as much task as needed.
Task Borky, Greckles, Panic, and Zenrio delved into the deep ocean and argued over buttons while making their way northward, fighting off tritons, giant squids, and the sound of a loud dwarven tutorial blasting over the intercom. The party beelined right into the eyesight of a mighty and fear-worthy Kulath Cascadia, storm giantess and pseudo-leader of Canary's Perch. All the while, Remy was ambushed and kidnapped by a pack of coastal orcs, alongside of Kiwi, his bestest friend of all time, and Audrey, his best not at all friend of all time. Led by a Tanarek orc by the name of Gruel Hellhorn, Remy was tossed into a cage, while Audrey and Kiwi were set to work at the camp. As we recede back into the depths of the ocean, we return to the horrific gaze of a very furious storm giantess. I need everybody in the crab mech to roll initiative.
No.
Ah!
Wait, whoa, already?
Yes.
Yep.
Roll it, son.
Uh-oh.
That is
I'm
a
bad at
11.
Did I just roll? I
That's
did.
gonna be a 19.
Wow, what
That's
a
a
good start.
12.
That's a
23.
That's a 23, my bro.
23 natural 19.
Okay. Borky, you got a 12. Oof.
Yeah, that's a big oof, Friday.
Alrighty. So as you guys are at the bottom of the ocean, the bubbles around you and the fish kind of spinning from your gas, you immediately see as the giantess turns to you and immediately starts to move, like coasting, almost like walking and jumping under the water. So we have Panic.
So is she being affected by water physics?
Not really, no.
Oh, that's bad news.
Yeah, she knows how to move in the water, so... then we have Zenrio.
They're born underwater.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Storm giants, really?
Yep.
I
Yeah,
thought they
okay.
were born in the sky.
Those are sky giants. You're getting them all
Yeah.
confused. Don't let Ronfall hear you say that.
There are giants in the sky.
Ronfald can't even understand my guttural tone anyway.
We totally can.
You can understand the language of dance.
She can't, though.
That's universal, bruh.
Alright. Hold up my storm giant stats here. I should have had that ready. I'm so
Oof.
sorry.
How about
See,
the
this is
power to move you?
this is something that I've noticed over the last 3 or so months. Every time I sit down and play D&D with you guys, I don't feel relaxed and calmed. I am terrified beyond belief.
Yeah. That's what you get. I can't believe Greckles left the lights on.
I'm terrified of how much I love you guys.
Ah.
Oh wow, they actually have a plus to dexterity.
Oops.
What's
Yay.
the dexterity modifier, Greckles? They tied with you.
It is a 5.
Okay, so they're gonna go.
So they better be really fast.
Alright. So this is how this combat's gonna work. You guys are all inside of the submarine. So for every round, you can press a single button of your choice.
Oh, good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Does that
So
include the-
panic.
Quick question.
That includes the actual crank as well.
Oh
yes.
wow, I'm on crank duty. I gotcha.
All right,
quick
panic.
question. Quick question, please, before we get started. What buttons have we pushed that are active right now? That's
I
very.
don't know. You need to remember that.
Okay, I did. I wanted to make sure we were all in agreement.
Okay.
Okay, we have the lights on, or did we turn them off before?
You guys
turned
turned
them
them
off.
off, which got her attention because you were blasting her with the light and it immediately made the light go away.
I believe the light purple button has been pushed with the exterior glow. We have our smooth jazz and cup holders.
You got rid of the magical glow on the outside. You guys wanted to conserve that, so that one is off.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That one is off.
And
Alrighty.
I believe the sonar is still on. Okay.
Yeah, Sonar's still on. All right, Panic, you're up first. What are you pressing?
Can I ask my crew something first, though?
Sure, absolutely.
Are we fighting, fleeing, or talking her down?
Flying!
Get shields up.
Red alert!
Oh, God, I don't remember which one of the shields was.
Light
yeah,
purple!
No. Actually, yeah. You can tell. You can help each other.
Oh, you can? Oh, well,
Actually, you know what? No, you're not gonna tell each other.
All
We're
right,
gonna
well,
figure this out. That's more
I al-
fun.
I already clicked the speaker button.
All right. Which button are you clicking? You have to show me which button. You have to ping it. Which button are you clicking?
I pinged this one.
That one? You turn the lights back on again.
Fucking.
That's your turn. All right. That brings us to. You can see at least. That will bring us to. Who's going up next here? Oh, jeez.
Not me, please.
I think you might be.
Oh no.
Where is it? Hold on.
Yeah, Octo, I think you're next.
Yeah, you're next, Octo.
Oh no. Okay. Can I just slam my hand on all the buttons?
You want to slam your hand on all the buttons?
Just like I literally as a child would press all the buttons on a Nintendo controller, so
Okay.
Zenrio will just press everything.
All right, roll a d20 for me. Just a flat d20.
Oh no!
Natural 20. Okay. As Zenrio smashes the buttons, he's like, yeah, hitting all the buttons. You hear it as he like kind of brings down his fists, both of his fists, and they go down like, you hear a That ends Zenrio's turn.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck's sake.
That brings us to Borky. It's now your turn.
Borky cranks.
All right, you crank that. You just crank it really, really fast. You guys hear a vroom.
Somebody
That
do
brings us-
something!
Greckles, it's now your turn.
How do we ping again? What tool is it?
It's the arrow button, and you hold down the arrow, and it.
Okay, I'm gonna push
Oh, neat.
that one because I know that shield.
That one there. That one is not shield, actually.
I thought the left one was. I thought the left purple was smooth jazz.
No, that was open hatch.
Oh, geez, I clicked that by accident.
You guys watch as Greckles in this panic presses a button, and the hatch opens and water starts pouring
Damn it,
in.
Greckles!
No.
I
That
wrote all
brings-
this down.
That brings us to the Storm Giant. She is going to make her way forward, and you watch as she pulls a horn from her side, and you hear this low, like, woo, like almost like a foghorn noise. Zenrio, because you were the one who was on lookout duty, I want you to roll a perception check for me.
Got it. 11.
At 11, you see two large forms begin to make their way next to her. You're not sure what they are, but they are large in size, and they are beelining it quite close. She is going to attack you guys with a lightning strike.
Ah, fuck's sake.
This sounds like it
Calm
sucks.
down.
Yeah. I need whoever would like to make the save to roll a dexterity save for
I'll
the
do
ship.
that.
Okay.
So I get a +8 to it. Oh, be good.
Nope. You guys in the ship, you hear a like a roaring, cracking noise as she rears back her arm and flings this lightning bolt. It arcs through the water. You see a pufferfish just swimming by, and it just like immediately flips upside down as it passes by. All the fish begin to float upwards as it strikes the carapace. In that moment, all the lights inside start blinking and freaking out, and you hear that dwarven voice come back, like start talking to you and screaming at you about something, but you don't know. I did deal the damage for that on the ship. That's gonna bring it down. Ooh. You watch as the front glass of the ship begins to crack a bit. All right, that brings us to Task. It is now your turn.
I'll press the button to close the hatch.
Okay, it closes. You guys are about up to a waist in water at this point.
Oh shit.
All right.
That brings us back to Panic.
Okay, I'm going to push the light blue button.
The light blue button.
Yes.
That one is your megaphone. It is on. You may speak as a bonus action.
Cooleth Cascadia. Truly, the stories of your beauty do you no justice.
Okay, roll a straight charisma check with disadvantage.
Oh!
Fucking.
You're not a storm giant, dude. That's all I'm saying.
I can be anything she wants, baby.
9.
9.
What languages do you know?
I know Common and Infernal.
Wait, I can translate.
You hear a roar over the water in this garbled tone in Giant say, simple boot liquor.
Well,
You know, scoffs at that.
I tried.
Zenrio, it's now your turn.
Okay. The megaphone's still on, right?
Yeah, megaphone's still on.
Okay. Listen, we can explain. Don't crush us under your giant, very powerful feet.
Roll a charisma check with disadvantage.
Oh, 12.
Okay, he's not interested in that one either.
Ah, damn it. Well, I tried.
Roll a persuasion check as well.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, disadvantage on that one too.
Literally the exact same roll somehow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Alrighty. Kulith does not seem too enthused. You do have an action to press a button if you would like.
Okay. I literally don't remember what any of these buttons are.
Okay. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Because I wrote it down.
I want to.
Okay, I thought that shield was this one. That is the hatch. I believe it's this one. Hang on.
Okay.
So I wrote down light purple glow exterior.
Let's try it. I'm gonna press it.
This magical barrier appears around you guys.
There we go.
Oh, there we
That's
go. There we
something.
go.
All right, +5 to your AC. Perfect. Alrighty, that ends Zenrio's turn. Borky, it is now your turn. You have the crank all wound up and ready to go.
Also, the disc was spun. I made sure to do that before or after we launched the torpedoes. Yeah, it was the torpedoes last time.
Yeah.
I'd be sure to crank that. So if you want to hit a fire button, feel free, my friend.
I'm not shooting at her yet. I'm trying to remember. Borky starts moving. Can Borky move back and say something? Am I allowed to say something as a bonus action?
Yeah, you can. You have the megaphone on, so yeah.
Borky begins moving back. Borky presses back on the controls, though.
Okay. Which button is the back button?
That is this one right here. I'm clicking. I keep clicking. It's not registering it.
You have to hold it
click
down.
and
You have to
hold
hold
it
it
down.
down.
There we go. That's back.
That one, your controller looks down. You don't move down.
Oh!
Yeah, you guys, like, you see Kulith making her way towards you, and then you look down.
Oh shit!
That ends Borky's turn.
No, I'm not done. I want to say something.
Bonus action? Yeah, go ahead.
When was the last time you saw Stormbeard?
Ooh.
Oh, good.
Oh, shit.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Now we have to fight.
You say that in giant?
Yep.
Yeah, she's visibly pissed off when that name, just the moment Stormbeard, you just see the click on, and immediately her eyes crackle with this electricity in this beating rage, her teeth clenching together. You now see what's at her side. You see 2 colladas of her own now at her side. One of them has like a bull nose ring. The other one looks like it's missed like a back leg, but it's currently barreling towards you. Greckles, it is now your turn.
All right, I'm gonna be the not nice one and hit this button down here, the bottom left of the weapon rack.
Okay, you guys watch as one of the side arms, like 2 of the side arms, just retract.
Does hang on a second, let me think. Does the disc
Hasn't changed yet. No.
So the arm,
don't know what this
the arms went in?
The arms, yeah, they pulled back.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. It is now her turn. Actually, it's now her Collada's turn because they're going to be making it a bit faster there. You watch as her 2 Colladas swim and open their jaws to grasp onto this machine. And you watch as a reaction as those claws shoot out. And not only do they shoot out, your dial also untwists as the 2 arms rocket propel from the body and punch both of the Colladas in the face. You see blood squirt out in the water as they are like propulsion, like jettisoned back past her, and she looks and watches as they kind of land into the sand and bump around the bottom of the ocean. And she turns back, shocked and surprised, as you hear a grinding noise as the claws walk back into place.
Rocket punch!
Oh, fucking crab battle!
Okay, so now I'm going to write down on that. I'm gonna write down on that one, rocket piece.
The dial has unfurled at this point. She is going to approach you though, and she is going to attempt to attack you twice. You guys' shields are up. That is, that's actually gonna hit, I think. Yeah, that's gonna hit, unfortunately. Oof. You guys watch as she takes her, she has a big greatsword, and you even hear Ronfalt's voice in your mind, Borky, go, oh, impressive. She takes the greatsword and just bashes against the top part of this machine. The glass begins to crack, and you see like a little bit of a squirt leak that kind of sprays you in the eye task. as she goes in for another strike, and that completely misses. She goes to swing again, and her blow is blocked by that shield, which ricochets her sword back up into her arms. 3 or 2? It's 2. Okay, that will end her turn. Panic, it is now. Task, sorry, it is now your turn.
All right, so my computer wigged the fuck out. You press the bottom one of the weapons.
I pushed. Let me reping it. It's the bottom
Okay.
one, and the disc unspun, so it has to be reloaded.
Reload.
It doesn't have to be.
Is she like right in front of us?
Yeah, she's like right in front of you guys.
Fuck you, press this button.
Okay, you watch as, let's do a weapon attack here for the crab mech. Yep, she's gonna have to make an athletics check.
It was the second from the bottom.
Yeah.
Just so
Yeah.
people at home know.
Oh wait, you clicked the second from the bottom or the one at the bottom? Oh, actually, this is even better for you guys. Never mind, this isn't the normal attack. As you press that button, Task, the entire screen in front of you becomes black, and you hear Kulith Cascadia kind of yell out in weird comments. She goes, "What is this?" As an ink spray has jettisoned out, cloaking you all in darkness.
Fuck yeah. Smoke bomb.
All right.
But we can't see either, can we?
You can't see either.
Back,
So we could run.
back pedal, back pedal,
Yeah.
back pedal, back pedal.
Panic, it is now your turn.
Oh man.
We inked her.
Please tell me you remember how the propulsion works, because I can't metagame.
I think it's the big green button is jump.
Do you press it?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys begin to move backwards.
There we go.
Okay.
I will say you guys, because that's your action, you go a decent distance. As you back up, you exit this cloud of ink, and you currently see Kulith kind of waving and trying to like push it all away, but she's just getting more and more inked up, her face completely blackened by the squid ink as you guys move your
We
way.
got some distance.
As you do, the crank kind of stops,
Borky,
and you kind of stop in place. You guys are still kind of looking at the ground, though.
Borky clicks up on the.
It's not your turn.
Oh, I
it's
thought it was.
not your turn.
Oh, I thought it was after.
It's Zenrio's turn.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Here, I'll press up on the button so we
Okay,
can look up.
You look, and as you look, you currently see the Coladas now making their way towards you guys, seeing where you guys have ended up since they were thrown back. But the Storm Giant is currently like swinging around. You've been watching as her greatsword swings and gets caught in a piece of coral, and she's like, ah! Like she's having like a really awful day. Like mice have just invaded her parlor, and she's trying to deal with them.
That's
They
us,
stop.
we're the mice!
All right, Borky, it's now your turn.
Borky says, "We'll be quiet. We're still on the microphone." Borky cranks it.
Yeah, you crank up. Greckles, it is now your turn.
Let's see here. We never discerned what was left or right, did we? No, it was the blue button. That
Yeah,
one right there.
Tank controls.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that blue button in hopes that I'm gonna try and see if we can get us out of here.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Boosh. That is not good. Oh, 17.
That's
actually
pretty
okay.
good. As you look, you see a crack, what looks like some sort of deep sea ravine, a ways off. If you were to move backwards 2 more times,
Oh,
it's big enough for you guys to fall into. You guys didn't really notice it on your way before,
I thought we jumped
but it's
over it.
kind of off. No, it's a different one. This is a different one. That was like hours ago. You guys
I
went
guess-
through like 2 iterations of the dwarven tutorial as you've been traveling. So this one is
Okay.
like you catch it kind of to the eastern side as you guys are turning and looking, and you managed to stop the button there, and you're now looking at it.
gotcha. Okay,
Your-
so
your machine is now
I'll
looking
go
at it.
ahead and keep.
So, yeah,
Oh.
if you were to move forward now, because you turned and you locked yourself in place, if you were to move forward now twice, you would be able to make it there.
Then I shall do that. And can I speak as a bonus action?
You may speak as a bonus action.
Okay.
Yes, like,
If
on
those
this roll.
Coladas chase after us, just punch them, blow them up, do something. We gotta get out of here. And that is my.
Okay. It is now her Colada's turn. One of them is going to go for a bite attack. That is not going to hit. As you watch Zenrio, as you watch as this big set of jaws comes colliding right near the screen, and you're about to get eaten, but clong, it kind of bounces off the shield and gets dizzy. You see a few teeth crack off. The second one swirls around. You guys don't see what it does, but you hear a clanging noise in the back, and you're not quite sure what's going on. Another little squirt of water now jettisons into your other eye task as you're manning this crab mech. That brings us to her turn. I'm gonna see if she can get out of this.
We need some flexi.
She, yeah, she does. She kind of tackles out of the way, thinking you guys are still in that cloud of ink, and she notices you now. I'm gonna see if she is gonna get her lightning bolt back. She does. She gets her lightning bolt back for next turn. All right, she's gonna chase after you. She's gonna move forward. That brings us to you, Task.
All right. We reloaded the weapons. Yeah, did we spun that thing?
No, we actually discovered that we don't have to spin it. I think the spinning actually changes how the attacks work. Like to a if you spin the disc, it's a strong. That's right, because when we did the crab attack, the first one, when we just pushed the button, it just released crabs, and the other one actually shot crabs. So it just changes what it does.
So this one shot crabs. You said the second one? Because I
The
thought
top,
that was lasers.
the top one. The top one was crabs. Second one was lasers.
All right. Well, she's coming at us. Fuck you. Beam. Second button.
You press it. It seems to have lost its charge.
Motherfucker. Okay.
You can use a bonus action to pick another button, though, because that is an unloaded charge.
I'm probably gonna waste the fucking turn here, but screw it. Crab button.
Crab button? All right, you release crabs. You guys watch as you see a swarm of crabs emit out of you, almost like a mist or an ooze. You watch a whole series of little crabs exceed out, and you watch as Kulith is chasing after you. They start to crawl on her, and she starts to scream and swat at them like they're spiders.
I place my hand on the window and a single tear rolls down my cheek. I say, "Go get 'em, little bros."
You watch as she, like, there's one that's on her finger, and she's, like, swinging her finger left and right, and it's just holding on for dear life. You also watch as there's a lobster who is currently watching this whole affair. You watch as, like, 5 of the crabs are, like, going to go after Kulith, notice the lobster, and go and start beating the crap out of the lobster.
Oh my god, poor bystander.
X gonna give it to you.
Knock, knock, open up the door, it's crabs!
That brings us to, that brings us back to Panic. It is now your turn.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so we're on the opposite side of a ravine at the moment, correct?
Yeah, you guys are facing one. You're, like, looking towards one at the moment.
But we're stopped. We have no momentum, correct?
You have no momentum right now. Yeah, you need that crank to get momentum.
I cranked it last turn, though.
Did you? Oh, yeah, you did. You did crank it.
We just need someone to press move forward. Sorry, not the metagame.
Cranked it and move forward?
No, just never mind.
It's
Okay.
cranked and ready to go. It's cranked and ready to go. You can tell it's in the ready position.
Okay. I'm going to hit the jump button.
Okay.
Click.
You press the button. You jump up in the air and down.
Shit.
Gotta have momentum, bro.
But are we okay? So we've jumped, correct? Are we sinking at this point?
No, you're on a sandbar. You jump immediately up and then down because you're not moving and pressing the jump button at the same time. It has to be used in combination.
But if we move forward, I don't know.
It would have, yeah, it would have done it, but you didn't, unfortunately.
If we move forward, we would have fallen into the ravine, right?
You need to go twice. It's two movements away.
We
Oh,
want
okay. I
to.
missed that.
We can hide there. Sorry.
I missed that part.
It's fine. All right, Zenrio, it's now your turn. You guys jump up and then jump down again, almost in excitement. All the crabs turn and look and all jumping up and as well, and then jump down. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Victory jump.
Can I push 2 buttons at once?
You can only push one with your
Okay.
action. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
Unless it has a spent charge, but then that is because it does nothing. So,
Sure, I understand.
Yeah.
So what if I push the go button to make it go?
Which is the go button? Which button are you pressing to make it go?
This one, isn't it?
Yep. You press that one?
I want to push go button.
All right, as you move forward, all you guys kind of lumbering side to side. You hear Kulith Cascadia scream out, "Come back!" as her mouth gets filled up with crabs.
No!
God,
That brings us to Borky. It's now your turn. You watch Borky as the crank stops.
Borky
As
cranks
you
it
guys
again.
have made your way forward. Okay, you very quickly crank it up again. Greckles, it is now your turn.
Make that final push to get in the ravine.
All right, you and as you do, you get the sense, Zenrio, as you guys leave. All the crabs are like, wait, no! As you move forward and you get to bounce and collide into rocks and stones as you sink deeper and deeper and deeper. And as you look up and watch bouncing, you watch as a large, giant arm reaches down and trying to snatch at you. I'm gonna give her one last chance to catch you. Nope. You watch as she goes to grab you, and from one of the rock crevices that you guys have smashed into, you watch as a large crab grabs her finger and just you hear a breaking noise and the scream echo out.
No,
Please tell me it was
she's
Crabius.
And no, it's a big giant crab. It's like this would be
Okay.
considered a giant crab enemy that has just pinched your finger.
You,
So a
you, would,
giant
don't
enemy
you
crab.
describe it as a large enemy, giant enemy crab?
Yes, a giant enemy crab. And you guys collide in, all you guys smashing into each other. Poor Task, you're crushed on one side. You guys smack into the other side. Greckles, you're crushed on the other. Down and down and down you go. The light and the microphone bouncing across different facets of rock and stone and seaweed. Going deeper and deeper. You see eels duck out of the way. You see turtles swim upwards. You see various different deep sea life moving and switching as you begin to float and float deeper and deeper and deeper. And as you guys do, you hear a voice, familiar voice to you in this machine.
Oh, thank God.
As you guys begin to sink quietly and darkly deeper and deeper and deeper. And from there, we will jump over back to Remy.
Yes, we will in like 30 seconds, I promise.
30 seconds?
My computer auto-updated.
No!
Do we have to
Oh,
resync
God.
audio?
Yeah, but it's fine because I didn't say anything yet.
Okay, can we do a resync
Okay.
then?
Mhm.
Yeah, give me like I said, give me 2
30
seconds. I'm about
seconds.
to...
All right, I can keep going with you guys. As you
Keep going
guys
with me.
sink deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours.
You know, you'd think one of us would press the jump button at this point.
There's
It-
no momentum.
It doesn't give you anything. If you press any of the movement buttons besides the one to turn like your vision, nothing helps you. This is more of a
This is
weirdly enough
advanced darkness.
it's like a land-based water transport. It's not a swimming-based one. It has no swim speed. You guys sink deeper and deeper and deeper until doom, doom.
Stop the landing.
Turn on
Can I-
exterior lights.
They were already on. You
Oh.
just see particles and water and sand, like a dust of sand.
Can I look at the state of the mech to see if it'll hold us under this pressure?
Roll a general intelligence check for that.
Okay. That's gonna be natural 1.
But it's just a bit of turtle wax. That'll buff it out. It's fine.
I think we'll be okay.
Great. Okay, I was worried for a second there.
All right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Is there nothing that could stop the excess of water still flowing into this goddamn sub?
It's not flowing. It's like a little leak. It's like little driblets. It's really nothing. It's more just to give you a sense that it is damaged. At this point, you guys have kind of like taken, parts and just kind of stuck it to the side of the ship and just kind of plugged up holes with various like bandages and things like that. And that seems to have made it kind of
Do you-
stop.
Do you think if we apologize and we're like really sincere about it, she'll forgive us?
No, Zen, it's not gonna happen. We need to keep moving forward and try
No.
and stay as stealthy as possible.
Okay, but like, what if I really mean it?
Zen,
Okay.
I mean,
I
how,
love-
look, let me hear it. Let me hear how you're going to apologize. As Borky cranks it and presses forward.
Okay, so we were scared and you surprised us and we were excited about this really cool crab mechanical robot that we found, and we were just pressing buttons. We didn't want to hurt you or swarm you with crabs that would pinch you or make you upset. we were just here to have a good time, as I'm sure you were.
Hey, hey, Zen, you forgot the part where we stole the mech from her.
Yeah, well, what if we said, but that would be lying. No, we can't do that. Okay,
if
never mind.
if I was a giant lady, I would say.
I mean,
Oh, gee, I agree. I understand.
Yeah, okay,
I mean,
well, that's good.
the warehouse boat was infested with devils, so.
Yeah, we saved it from the devil. What if the devil wanted the boat and we took it away from him?
No, I'm pretty sure
Money.
I'm pretty sure he wants Task's helmet.
Money.
Uh-huh.
While this goes on, I'm gonna turn the sonar back on.
Okay. Boop. Boop. You see one big form on the sonar.
Son of a bitch.
How big?
About the same size of what Coolith was.
Where?
She could have followed us.
Where?
I mean, she couldn't fit through that gap. It was too close. It's just enough for you guys to fit in, but she couldn't fit.
Z, Zen, do you think maybe? I can't believe I'm suggesting this. Maybe ask for directions. I'm willing to take the chance at this point.
Oh, like from who?
The big blip in front of us. What do you guys think?
Well,
On the,
okay.
we're pretty far at the bottom of the ocean, which is like the scariest place on the entire planet, right? That's where all the big octopods live.
As you say that, a school of squid swim by.
Ah! Oh god.
well, they're kind of cute.
So, are there any smaller blips besides the big one?
There's a few tiny ones. As you look at them, you see an anglerfish swim by. You see a large spider crab kind of crawl up the front and then over. As it does, so it climbs up and kind of like clang, 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 hits the glass and then waves and then keeps going.
I wave back.
Ask the giant underwater spider for directions.
I mean, I could try. Where are we going?
We were
We're
going
headed to
save
the north to save our friends, Zen.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The north. Okay. Excuse me. So here's the thing about my ability. I can't understand what they say, but I can communicate what I want to them.
Okay.
So I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's limited. It's not. It's not perfect.
It's limited.
I did the same thing in Bosco's game. I completely understand.
Sure. Okay. Can you excuse me, sir or ma'am? I'm like waving to the crab.
The spider crab kind of leans up and points to its underside of its carapace, where you see the formation. Roll a knowledge nature.
Oh god.
Do we see
Whoa.
Pingus?
You just assumed its gender.
Ooh. A 9.
Okay. I mean, you know undersea life. Based off of the shape, it's more of like a triangular shape on the shell, the underside of the shell, which indicates on a crab that it's female, and so it kind of points to that like, hey, I'm a lady.
I'm gonna use the neutral term of crab. Excuse me, crab. Could you point us in the direction of the north? We're trying to save our friend, and we were unfortunately waylaid by a very upset lady.
Okay, roll the intelligence of this crab. The crab kind of climbs down off of your guys' ship, like ting, 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 onto the sandbar, and kind of looks around for about a solid 2 minutes, and then points to a direction.
Okay, he says that way.
Shay, it was a shame.
Is it in the same direction of the blip?
Yep.
Okay.
To say north is that blip.
That looks like it, Borky.
Oh my god.
Let's-
Borky slowly cranks it.
Well, hold up. Are there two walls right beside us? Like,
At this point, you guys have kind of been spat out into the actual depth of the ocean at this point. The rocks kind of stopped about half an hour ago.
oh damn it! Because I was about to say, what if we did like parkour? Did like one side of the legs up on one side of the wall and the other, and just go forward?
Yes.
Unfortunately, no.
I'm gonna spin the disc, as they say, just to get ready,
Great use.
just in case.
Okay.
Love that song.
Well, we're
Alright.
dead either way if we just stay here, so.
So let's just take our chances, go north.
Okay. You guys begin to move forth, and as you do, you see a second blip, smaller this time, heading towards you. Bloop, bloop. And as you meet the big blip and the slightly smaller blip, you just see total darkness. Even for you, Task, the darkness is because of all of the matter occupying the space, like the water and the actual like God knows what's in that water, it is hard for both you and Zenrio to see through it, unfortunately.
Fish
Just
pee in
'cause-
that.
Hold on.
Yeah,
if
it's
that-
fish
if-
This
all
isn't
over the
normal
if-
darkness.
here's-
This
Oh,
is
God.
advanced darkness.
Hold on. So
Fish pea darkness.
if that blip is
Shit.
coming this way, and it's from a bigger blip, it could be something shooting something at us. Borky presses the blue button.
The shield button? Okay.
No.
The shield comes up.
Oh no, I mean the big blue button, like the one to move to the side.
Oh, okay. It's like to turn a different direction?
Just skitter to the side, like kind of like skitter from to the left, pretty much to get out of the
This
way.
I don't think-
Ironically, it doesn't do that. This is tank controls, so you can't
this
actually
doesn't
do
have,
a sidestep.
It doesn't have strafing capabilities.
But it's a crab panic.
Yeah, but it was made by dwarves who don't really have a very good sense of what a crab
No,
is.
They don't understand that crabs walk on their side, so this one walks forward.
Ah, you see.
The closest thing they have to crabs is giant daddy long legs.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing, right?
As you press the button, you go a full rotation around, and as you fully rotate around, you see one of the colladas now. It seems like it was following you, swim forward. You guys watch as it begins to move forward. Then you watch as all the darkness moves.
Oh, that's good.
And
Oh, good.
as the collada is like beelining it towards you, you watch as the darkness just swallows it.
Ah!
You see this would be considered gargantuan, I think.
Good.
A gargantuan gulper eel.
Good.
Consume it in one.
Someone played Mario 64, I see.
There's always a bigger fish.
And you watch as this one eye opens, this large yellow eye with stripes of green and orange, and it just kind of this black shadow just kind of turns and looks towards your light, which is currently blaring it in its face. And you watch as two more eyes open up in this absolute wash of darkness. And from there, we'll jump back to Remy now.
Oh, good.
Borky slowly goes
Hey.
to turn the lights off with hand just slowly moving towards it.
Hey, Curtis. The old audio, by the way, so it's fine.
Oh, wait, you kept your audio?
Yeah, I kept it, but we just got to resync so that he knows where the break is.
All right, cool. Alrighty. You want to do it right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Thematically appropriate.
One,
Yep.
2, 3, sync.
Sync.
1, 2, 3, sync.
Sync.
1, 2, 3, sync.
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 Yay.
Yay. All right, I'm ready.
Remy.
Hold on, let me get in character. Ow! All right, I'm good.
Well done.
Remy, you managed to doze off. That soup was really good. Spices were surprisingly zesty.
How long do I sleep, by the way?
You sleep for about 8 hours. You get a
Oh,
full, you get a
good.
long rest, yeah.
Best.
By
Hooray!
By the time you wake up, it's about early afternoon, like maybe 4 o'clock at that point.
Okay. Can I roll a perception check just to see what's changed around the place?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. It's gonna be an 18.
Nice. You hear a bit of a commotion, some arguing, some yelling. You watch as you kind of are at the end of a hall, and you can kind of peer down the hall. You do actually have a good sense of vision. You can actually see the throne room for where you are, like the back.
Oh,
of
so I'm
the
close
seat
to
of the
where I was
throne room.
before.
Yeah, this is not a very
Okay.
big building. It is big enough to be what it's supposed to be, but you know that these orcs aren't like, they're not like big city builders. They're just gonna build what they need. You see as Gruel is dragging Audrey by the arm down the hallway. And she's just kind of like, she looks exhausted. She looks so tired. And like, you see now where she was probably hit by Kiwi, there's this giant bruise on her head. And she just
Should've worn
looks
a helmet.
she looks absolutely haggard. You watch as Gruel opens his sleeping chamber door and just kind of like tosses her in and then just closes the door, and you watch as he takes like a big stick of wood and just locks it in place. You hear some sounds of distress, like just kind of pounding on the door and yelling, and you can't really make out what exactly is going on. In your
But it's clearly
stupor.
her.
It's clearly her, and you hear him kind of like, "Unless you're useful, you rest!" And he kind of snarls and then leaves. Another hour passes. About you don't really have a good estimation of time in here.
Okay.
And eventually, Gruel comes back. But he doesn't go to his room. He goes actually up to you. He's currently in the company of a very old female orc, with just very intricate clothing. And she's just carrying what looks like sort of like a side pouch bag. It looks like it's made out of the bladder of some sort of creature of some kind, like some sort of stretched organ leather.
Is it one of the Orocs, like the ox-looking things?
Roll a knowledge nature.
Okay. Well, I saw them like tending to them last time. I just didn't know if I would recognize it. Let's see. That's gonna be a 5.
It could be from an auroch, it could be from a cow, it could even be from like a deer or buck or
Okay,
any
so hard
sort
to
of.
tell.
It's really hard to tell.
Gotcha.
It's very well made. It's almost painted too. And as
It's a sack, you said?
It's like a sack. Yeah, it's like a bag, like a side satchel. Almost has a face painted onto it. As she steps forward, you see as Gruel you don't speak orc, do you?
I do not.
Yeah, they kind of gruffly talk to each other, and Gruel kind of leans in and kind of shakes your cage a bit and goes, "Comfortable?"
Yes, actually, you're much more hospitable than my last guests.
He spits on the ground, kind of like rubs his side of his mouth. He turns to this old woman orc and goes, "Actually," and starts kind of barking orders. And she opens your cage, and she reaches for your face.
I'm gonna pull back because I don't know what's happening.
She kind of moves forward and keeps reaching. She's got like very wrinkled. Both of her tusks look like they've been removed.
Okay.
By some means, you're not sure. Her eyes are like so squinted over you can't even see her pupils at all.
Are my hands still tied?
Yeah, your hands are still tied.
Okay, legs too, or just hands?
Legs. Actually, no, you've been untied because you ate, so your hands are free. Your legs are not, though. They still tied your legs up.
Okay. Does she have anything in her hands? Like, can I see what she's? Is she just reaching to grab it?
Just reaching out to your hand. She's not like reaching to like strangle you or anything. She's just kind of like going to cup your face a bit.
So after that initial shock, Remy's gonna realize that there's really nowhere to go, so he's gonna let her proceed because it's worse to fight it.
She kind of grabs your head and kind of tilts your head side to side. She kind of plucks a feather from your cheek. She kind of speaks to Gruel, and Gruel kind of takes the feather and smells it. He kind of shakes his head and hands it back to her. You watch as she reaches into this bag and pulls out this enormous bowl that is bigger than the bag itself. And she kind of sets it down in front of you and puts the feather in. She reaches in and she grabs giant vials of things that are much bigger than the bag. And she kind of pops them open and begins to pour some things. And like she's like relaying information to Gruel. You don't know what's going on. And she kind of like looks to you and then looks to Gruel. And then she kind of keeps doing this thing. You see like puffs of smoke coming out of this bowl. And eventually she puts it all away. It's about like 10 minutes of this sort of, you have no idea. And she kind of looks to you with, her eyes the way they are. And she goes, "An aspect of the falcon, yes?"
Yes, I am.
Similar to the double tusk, I am not certain, Gruel. He kind of looks down to you. So that is his natural form, then. He is not in some sort of change shape.
I can assure you, I am not like the double tusks. I don't turn into a pig.
Watch your tongue. They do not turn into pigs. They turn into boar. Pigs are domesticated things. They sit and wait for death. A boar will fight to its last breath. Know your respect.
Remy won't say anything.
You watch as like the older female orc kind of pats him on the leg and is kind of saying something, probably something along the lines of, "Calm your tits, relax." And she gets up and she leaves. Leaving
Gruel
you
stay?
and Gruel. Yeah, Gruel's staying.
Okay.
Kind of looks down at you.
You'll have to forgive me. I meant no disrespect. I am unfamiliar with your culture and your ways, especially of the tribes.
Then do not fill the gaps with your assumptions.
You are correct. I should not. And I can see that you are clearly nobility in this tribe. A leader.
He kind of laughs at that. Nobility.
It is simply the word I know to use. You lead this tribe, yes?
I did. Until we were divided, I lead what's left. He takes out a dagger. And he approaches you. Roll an insight check.
All right. 11.
You don't know what he's doing as he gets closer.
Remy's gonna back up.
He raises the dagger in one hand and cuts the ropes at your legs. I'm down, men. You seem able-bodied. And you are a prisoner. He
I am a
reaches.
leader, like you are.
Leaders don't sit in cages.
You and I are not that different.
I do not have a beak. He
I
kinda
do not
laughs
mean
at
in
that.
our I do not mean in our physical appearance. I mean in our plight, in our pain, and honestly, in our destination, our enemy.
Get up. You're sore, you're bruised, but between Audrey and the sleep, you're feeling a lot better. And the food. You guys, he kind of almost like jokingly holds the door open for you.
Your kindness knows no bounds. And then he's gonna walk through.
All right, you walk through. You exit out, and as you do, you watch as Gruel kind of reaches around into a different like room as you're walking, and it grabs what looks like almost like a shovel, but it's also like it's kind of like a weird pitchfork shovel combo. It's not really made out of metal either. It's made out of like antler, like deer antler. It's almost like a rake, but like meant to be scooping. He takes it and he kind of shoves it into your arms. That's not a weapon. Trust me, I've tried. I'm putting you to work.
If I wanted a weapon, I would have one.
How so?
Remy is going to put the pitchfork into the ground.
Okay, you just stick it into the ground.
With your permission, I do this. And he's going to just hold out his hand to his side.
Okay. Gruel watches. He kind of crosses his arms and watches, waiting to be impressed.
Does he give his... Because I don't want to freak him out.
He's just nodding. He's just waiting.
Remy is then going to summon his sword.
Okay. Your sword summons into your hand.
He is then immediately...
Gruel kind of like narrows his eyes and raises the other one. He's of a demonic like impression, so magic isn't probably too foreign to him. He kind of looks like that and goes, So you didn't try to break out?
No. I'm also magically inclined. That cage wouldn't have held me if I wanted to be free.
You watch as Gruel's eyes kind of wander. Roll an insight check.
All right. It's going to be a 7.
Okay. He turns back and he goes, I've heard in your cities that your coupling is of only 2. Is that correct?
What exactly do I know what he means exactly?
Coupling. Like partners, like romantic partners.
Oh,
or
got
like-
it. Like, so we're monogamous is what he's saying.
Yeah. He doesn't know the word for it, but he's trying
Got
to.
it.
Yeah.
I suppose it depends on the person.
Am I to assume he kind of jets his head towards his bedroom?
Oh. No. She's the reason I'm alive, though.
Partners in battle, but not.
Partners in life, no. In fact, I only just met her.
Kind of nods. Very well. You might have some chances in the grouse then. He kind of smacks you on the butt. Let's go. You're going to the Oroc pits. I want a pile of Oroc shit up to your chest at the end of the day. He kind of leads you out, and as you do, you once again you see the sprawling village. Still big in its size, but small in its population. You see a lot of the orc men kind of preparing extra defenses. You see a couple children running around. They kind of like flee when they see Gruel and you. They kind of like run and kind of peek behind a stone wall.
Remy's gonna sheathe his sword.
Yeah, you shink it to the side. Gruel does not seem afraid that you have a weapon. He is not scared of you. Yeah, you don't need an insight to see that. He knows he's got kind of a lead on you, like in this circumstance. Roll a perception check with sight advantage.
Okay. 18.
Perfect. Off to the corner, you see like a little gaggle of orcs. You see the older orc who was in there earlier with you, kind of figuring out what the heck you were. You see another female orc, and you see two more children, and you see a couple male orcs, all standing in front of what looks like a table, like a very crude stone table. And you see dancing with what looks like a tambourine, Kiwi currently singing like a sea shanty and like entertaining the orcs. And he like looks to you like, ah, and like goes back to what he's doing. He's obviously trying to keep it together, but he is doing his job as Gruel wants. You are led essentially to like a wooden fenced like animal pen. Inside is a large Oroc, big male Oroc, currently chewing on some dried grass at the bottom, and it kind of looks up. The stench hits you. These things smell awful, like they smell horrendously bad. As you approach, you watch as Gruel kind of unhinges one of the locks and just opens it up and kind of pushes you inside, closes and puts it there. As you're kind of standing there, face to face with this large creature. Kind of leans forward and eats some of the grass.
Gruel, may I ask you a question?
Very well. But only if I get to ask you one.
Of course, that is of course our arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
Sneglak. How long was he spewing his nonsense before he convinced some of your tribe members to leave?
After the fire flingers landed on our fishing grounds.
Time frame, if you could. Weeks, months.
After the first thaw, they came. We were getting ready to finish crabbing for the season and start fishing. They landed and demanded we work for them. Work like you are. Get the shit. Come on, get to work. He kind of like throws his hand out to you like you're just standing there kind of wasting his time.
Remy
Work and talk at the same
it.
time. They came and they fought with us. We came out pretty scathed, to say the least. Sneglak got scared, started whining on and on about their god and how powerful they were and how Gnash was in a gilded cage far beyond our reach. Filth it was, like that of which you scoop. You start to kind of like pile up the cow patties. It's heavy and it's big and it's thick. It's not like normal cow poo. It's like double in size and double in density. It's like picking up rocks almost. After that, Sneglak started to convince us. I wasn't convinced. Our shaman wasn't convinced, nor were many of the others. But the rest were scared. That's all it took for him to gain the advantage, for my clan to become weak as it had before. One night, I woke up, and half my tribe was gone. I sent scouts out, and they found them at that encampment. I went to try and challenge Sneglak to one-on-one combat, but the Fire Flingers leaders fought in his stead. He kind of rubs the broken horn. I had him on the ropes. Now I get to ask a question.
Of course. Shovel.
The cleric He kind of lulls over that, like he's not sure what that is.
Her name is Audrey.
Ugh, he kind of waves his hand, like whatever. Where does she stand? Is she one with the fire flingers? Or is she like Snaglak and has come to weakness?
Actually, I think that's a very perceptive acknowledgement. I do believe she's very much like Snaglak, but I don't believe in the way you think. You see, Snaglak was tainted by their lies, by their show of power. It took him, what, a matter of months or weeks or a single encounter to be convinced, to be scared into submission. Audrey never had a chance. She spent years with them. Imagine what they could do to someone, whether they believed or not. So I understand you may question her motives because you were betrayed by someone you once called a brother, but I assure you, she kept me alive. She is at war with what she was taught and what she believes to be true.
Such is the war of the human man.
Such is the war of all things with emotion, if you ask me.
Do try not to bore the Oroc with your philosophies. He kind of walks away. Roll a handle animal.
Well, at least I'm decent at this. 10?
Okay. The Oroc walks over and like its big giant lolling tongue goes from the neck feathers all the way up the back to the front. You have a giant cowlick, and you now smell like Oroc spit. And with that, we will jump back to the crab mech.
I miss Volo.
He was a good griffin.
Yeah, he was.
Borky turns off the light.
Okay.
Okay, so that was
nice.
that.
We should fucking leave.
Yeah, like, are we on one? Borky's just exasperated.
Gentlemen, I don't think there's anywhere else to go. But wait,
No, because we're still staring down this thing, aren't we? Or has
Yeah.
it left?
It's kind of, as you turn off the light, you don't see the eyes anymore. You just see, you're not sure whether it's darkness or the actual creature. It's very
Okay.
well camouflaged. It's definitely evolved to be in this environment of darkness and obstruction.
Sure.
Zenrio? Can you
Yeah.
talk to them?
Yeah, I could try. Maybe he's friendly.
I mean, he's hungry at least. I think we can admit to that.
Yeah, and this thing probably wouldn't be very tasty to eat. I mean, we would be delicious, let's be honest here. But like,
Don't say that when you talk to the giant fish thing.
yeah, okay, I will definitely not
Don't
say
tell
that.
don't tell him there's a nugget he sent into this meat ball, this metal bowl.
Yeah, I mean,
Banana Cat facing Task has his hand over the rocket punch.
Don't. That's no.
Greckles looks over to Task. Is Borky being the sensible one?
I am waiting for that thing to make the slightest move. Do not distract me.
It's gonna make slight
I'm going
moves,
to press this
Task.
button. Zenrio, please do something before I press this button prematurely.
Borky grabs Task's hands, just with one hand. We ain't doing anything rash when we 10,000 leagues under the sea, Task.
Z, go.
okay. I push the speaker button. Okay.
Borky turns the light back on with his other hand.
Okay, as you do, you now see like right in front
What
of
if it
you
was
guys
fucking
now, the face, one of these giant eels with the mouth closed, now staring directly at you. These two large, yellow, almost multicolored eyes staring back to you, currently being illuminated by your guys' light and the surrounding sand now showing its immense, massive form. You see in the distance another one kind of swim by, like kind of leaving, as this one is currently staring straight at you, kind of looking, its teeth jutting out ever so slightly, just kind of staring quizzically.
It's actually kind of cute.
It's huge, by the way. This thing is like probably like the size of a blue whale.
You said it was
currently staring.
gargantuan, so that's enough
Yeah.
for me.
It's
gigantic,
very
yeah.
big, yeah.
Sup? Hi. we are but humble explorers. We do not mean you any harm, a noble beast of the sea. Even though we, with our fleshy, soft bodies, may taste delicious, this crab mech in which we are encapsulated is very not fun to eat and would hurt you, both physically and emotionally to eat. So do not try and devour us. We mean you no harm or inconvenience, O mighty creature. And then I turn back and I'm like, oh, I like nailed it.
I have
roll a
notes.
persuasion check.
I will use my Tides of Chaos to have advantage on this.
Okay.
Thank God. Double nat 1.
Oh my fucking
Oh!
Well then.
Wipe the sweat away.
Oh.
Good
man.
call.
I'm not giving it back to you because you are underwater.
Yeah.
Um.
How?
The creature.
Well, it's a 12 at least. Because
Yeah, to give context, he got a natural 1, but because he used Tides of Chaos to gain advantage, it was a 12 and therefore not disastrous.
Whew.
The creature begins to move, like kind of like in place, and you watch as its jaw unhinges and it becomes that large engulfing surface, and basically the entire horizon in front of you just becomes this thing's mouth. And you just guys see the hole leading to its stomach. You see everything as it just inhales and opens up, and you hear a noise, like this loud, almost whale-like moaning scream. The entire crab mech shakes in place. The cup holders like jostle and wiggle. The sonar kind of begins to sparkle as it. Ooh. Roll a knowledge nature, Zenrio.
I am ready to be done with this adventure.
12.
It yawned, and you watch as it swims away.
Borky grabs his heart.
Panic reaches over and hugs Zenrio.
Zenrio holds up his hand for a high five.
I pull back from the hug and I give him a high five.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, good one, Zenrio, good one.
I am ready
guys.
to be done. I am
Call
ready
me
to be
king
done
of
with
the
this
ocean.
adventure.
Let's focus back up and keep heading north. We got a job to do.
All right, you guys begin to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys begin to move forward. The sea, when it's not complete pitch darkness, is awash in bioluminescent stars. Various small fish jet by with these large pupil eyeballs. You watch as various different anglerfish swim by, and all of you in the depth of your mind can't help but think of, oh, as you guys move past the anglerfish. You see a sperm whale as you guys are moving forward. A large, bemoaning sperm whale swim by. You see giant ancient turtles resting at the bottom of the ocean, enjoying their final days. As you move forward, roll another perception check, Zenrio, or actually Task too. You two, both of you roll perception checks for me.
You'll actually get a good one.
Yahoo.
No, I won't. 7.
Okay. 16. As you guys move forward, you begin to see white, like something big and white, kind of jutting out of the ground. It's not rock. You know it's not rock. Task as you move forward, and as you guys kind of enter this weird formation, you are able to discern, Task, that this is in fact a dragon's skeleton that is sunk to the bottoms of the sea, and it's currently being feasted upon by various different eels and fish and hagfish and other things. As you guys kind of move through the rib cage, through the body of this massive creature, absolutely colossal creature, you eventually make it to the skull, and the skull is humongous. It's as big as twice as big as the mech itself, if not bigger. As you guys move forward,
Is there? I
What's
was
up?
just gonna say, is there any indication on what kind of dragon it might be? Like what color?
Curious.
I would say Task could make a knowledge arcana.
We fought a couple, so we could discern whether or not it's silver.
You're just looking at
Wait.
bones, though. That's the difference.
Them bones.
Well, it's
man.
still got horns, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's not the only thing that makes a dragon.
But they're all very unique. Okay, whatever. It's
Task, if you want to make a knowledge arcana with advantage.
we fought dragons, damn it.
15. 15. Perfect. That's just what you need. This was a bronze dragon, probably an ancient bronze dragon. You get the sense too, looking at the skeleton, natural causes. This was not like it wasn't killed. It was probably just this is where it came to like end its time.
I was about to say, what if it just died midair and then just fell?
I can't believe it fell asleep and then the ocean came into being. Son of a bitch. God.
As would you guys press on forward?
Yep.
Okay, you guys press on forward.
No reason to disturb a metallic's grave.
You hear a sound as you guys are moving through the water.
Should I answer it?
I do.
Hello?
All right, we'll press the D-pad to move towards the banging noise.
Okay,
Yeah, where is it coming from?
it's coming from above you guys.
Press
Press up.
Yeah, so we can look up, right?
Yeah, you guys look up. You see a form. I gotta pull it up here.
Oh boy, we got picture.
No. I need to go to my references. Yeah. Just to see.
Panic's Canadian girlfriend. She's here.
Finally.
She brought maple syrup.
You see a blue humanoid, a female humanoid with like a long, like large kind of like mohawk-like fin running down a very humanoid-looking face. Her hands have webbing between them, and her bottom torso is a fish. Zenrio, immediately you know what this is. This is a merfolk. They are to humans, like if Tritons were humans, merfolk would be the elves equivalency. And she is currently looking curiously at your crab mech at the moment.
I'm guessing I've only heard of these. I've probably never seen one.
You've never seen one of these before.
Oh, that's a mer person. A mer bro. Hi, what's up? Hi, we're running from a giant. Wait, is the speaker on? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I turned it
Hi.
on.
Yeah, hi. We're running from a giant. We're rescuing our friend. Well, I don't know him, but these bros know him, so we're gonna go rescue him.
Greckles holds his temple. God
Are we
damn it.
trespassing in your area? Cause I'm very sorry. Okay.
She replies, which basically equates to, well, you did step on my coral garden, but that's okay, I guess.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. I gotta get some water. Is it impolite to speak Aquan back? Or is it? Or
We could just talk normally because I know you're sick and I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah,
so,
I don't want
yeah.
to cough up water all over my
Alright,
mouth.
You watch her gurgling as Zenrio begins to talk to her, and she goes,
Yeah.
You are surface folk then.
Well, not me, but these bros definitely are. They're they're from up there, you know.
We all wave. At the same
yeah.
time.
Panic waves, yeah.
Yeah, we all wave at the
You
same
watch-
time.
You watch as another female merfolk shows up, and then a male merfolk shows up.
Hi. Do you guys live around here?
The smaller female merfolk goes, yeah, we do.
Oh, cool. Do you have like a village or something? See, we are. Zenrio kind of looks around and scratches the back of his head. Borrowing smack for a little bit. We're sort of trying to find which way is north. Are we going the right way?
They kind of like talk amongst each other, gurgling and Aquan, and they kind of nod and go, yes, you are going the correct way. Are you trying to get back to the surface?
Well, Zenrio spits the water out of his mouth to talk to the rest of the guys. Hey, we're trying to get like up, right? Like out of the
Yes.
ocean.
Yes.
Eventually,
Increasingly
yes,
more. The sooner the better.
No,
Yes.
not necessarily, Borky. We need to keep on the down lows. Then, if you
I'm
catch my
cramping
drift.
like
Yeah,
a son of a
I thought
bitch,
we were going-
Greckles. I am.
I thought we were going under and then over.
Yeah, we're going under and over.
When does the over happen? Can it be over?
I mean, I don't want it to be over, but
Okay, then. Okay.
okay.
Greckles looks Borky dead in the fucking eye.
We're doing this for Remy.
I know. It's just it's cramped spaces and I'm quite big.
Yeah, it's no walk in the park for me, sunshine.
It's
Let's-
Is
okay.
everything okay? One of the merfolk acts seeing you guys all kind of talking.
Oh
to each
yeah,
other, they
I
kinda
saw
gurgle back.
some more water to speak Aquan at them. Yeah, we're just making sure that everything is, cool in here, cause you guys seem cool and we're cool, and
Yes.
we're both
If-
cool, right?
If you are attempting to leave Dark Dragon Deep, we can show you a geyser that could get you out.
Oh, that would be so killer! Oh, yes, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I spit the water out. Okay, guys, so they could show us a geyser that could get us to the surface, you know, and that would mask our way, so it wouldn't be so obvious, you know.
That doesn't sound half bad, actually.
Yeah, right.
Money, could I possibly insight them on
Yeah.
nonverbal communication?
Yeah, absolutely. You can insight their nature. If they're...
Yeah, because that sounds fishy. No pun intended.
Yeah.
That's a 17.
17, okay. The first thing you notice is that these are actually young merfolk. They actually look like they're almost like teenagers or kids.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, they're not adults. They look like the neighborhood kids who just saw like the ice cream truck crash into a tree and they're very curious about what's going on. So they're just kind of curious. They definitely seem a lot more curious about Task and about you because you are very weird looking to them. Whereas Zenrio is probably the most common looking thing, and Borky is more humanoid in nature, and Panic is kind of like does have some features which you could mistake for being kind of fish-like with the horns, maybe could be fins, that sort of thing.
Yes,
He's very
I am
moist.
a devil
He's
fish.
very moist.
The merfolk kind of turns and goes, if you wouldn't mind, some sort of compensation for our garden would be nice, though.
Oh, listen, I tell you what, I give the best high fives in the entire ocean. So let me hit you up with a double for each of you, right? That's 2, 1 for each hand, right?
Roll a persuasion check. The save on this is going to be very high.
Oh man.
No,
14.
unfortunately not. The male merfolk goes, we were more thinking like money or something of equal value to our garden.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I kind of walked over your garden. Yeah, no, I have some cash I could hook you up with if you guys are, you know, kind of. Yeah, no, it makes sense, right?
Out of character, how much money did we get from that other guy? When we were off, when we were in.
I got 120.
Shit, yeah, they had a lot on them actually. They were well off.
I think I got 30.
You got 30 from something, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Is there an airlock of any sort in this contraption that we've discovered in the 6 or 7 hours
if
we've been in
you
here?
open the thing, water comes in. There's no getting that out.
How are we gonna pay him?
Oh, I've got money.
No, like, how do we
I want you
physically
guys
do
to
it?
roll, because of how many times you've pressed the button, I want you guys to roll an intelligence check really fast.
All right.
All of us?
Yeah, everybody can do
That's
this because you guys
16.
are falling. Okay, that's not bad. No.
Fuck me, 7.
21.
Okay, Panic.
17.
All right, I will say because Panic rolled the highest. While messing with the buttons, Panic, you came to realize that you took out Zenrio's little thing. If you put something in the cup holder and you retract it back in, it gets dropped.
Oh.
Whatever was in the cup holder gets dropped outside.
Oh.
Yeah.
Zen, ask them how much they want for the gardens.
Excuse me. How much would be you know, appropriate for fixing your garden that we so ignorantly, accidentally trampled?
Seashells or something of equivalent value.
Okay. Do you guys have any seashells? I am fresh out.
I take out a gold piece and I hold it to the like cockpit window and I like gesture like, will this do?
They all kind of look and they kind of like talk amongst each other. Is that surface money? It's shiny. That's so strange looking. I
Oh,
don't
look
really
how
like it.
shiny it is. Ooh, cool.
I
right?
press the digitation, some sparkles on it.
Roll a deception check.
Deception. Mother.
Making it look more
Zen-
valuable than it is.
Why can't we be more honest?
Wow.
22.
All their eyes go wide and they go, we would
Zenrio-
like 10 of those, please.
Zenrio doesn't make any magic, but he like wiggles his fingers around it. He's like, whoa.
Playing to the Vanna White.
Yeah. Whoa, it's so
right.
shiny.
I shuffle 10 gold pieces out onto the cup holder and I go.
Yeah, and then spits it out, and then you watch as all the kids kind of swim. You watch as 2 more merfolk show up. These ones much younger, probably like age range, maybe 7. One is 5 and one is 7, as they all kind of come over and begin to look. And like they all kind of gather up the coins in like a little like coin carrier cup of some kind, some sort of like, it looks like some sort of like sea cucumber thing. You're not sure. You have no idea what it's made out of. And they begin to kind of like swim forward, kind of waving as if to kind of guide you guys.
Okay.
Well,
Follow after him.
off we go.
You guys walk with them for about 20 minutes. They kind of swirl around, and you just hear a ton of like just different like they're checking out the crab mech. They're messing with things, and like the kids are kind of playing with it and riding on top of it. You can even see at times like they're having a blast with it. It's this weird thing that's just kind of rolled through their neighborhood. You see now a few adults show up as well. They're kind of peeking their heads out like quizzically. The whole place as you move forward is like a giant cavern actually. You've managed to find this giant, almost like coral covered inside of this like cornucopia cavern. It's absolutely massive, and you see various different homes bore out of the different reefs. You see stingrays kind of swimming in between things. You see various different fish of different kinds. You see eels, you see pufferfish. You see a bunch of tuna kind of swimming past you guys as various different merfolk kind of lean forward. And the kids are kind of like telling them to like back away, important business coming through. As the various merfolk are kind of looking and
Are we able to wave with the crab arm?
Yeah, sure, I'll let you guys do that. You guys
We
kinda,
wave, wave to the people, blow kisses
guys
to
kind
the
of-
people.
You kind of flex with the wave arm, like with the crab claws a little bit. As you make your way forward. They don't seem to mind too much. Zenrio, you know from the most part that merfolk are pretty like, they'll protect their stuff, but if they're not an immediate threat, they're not gonna like be too worried about you guys for the most part. They almost kind of see you as an animal kind of making its way through, like the kids are leading a strange creature through
Sure.
the neighborhood almost. Eventually you guys kind of leave this village, this massive village, which by the way, you note that in your memory bank, Zenrio, because that's a
Okay.
big important thing. You had no idea that existed.
The way Zenrio does that when he wants to remember something is he taps his head and he goes, village, 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 village. Okay, I'll remember it now.
Oh, he's gonna have a brain blast.
Yeah.
You guys make your way forward into a smaller cave, and you guys kind of have to scrape your way through. You're even pushed by some of the kids to get through this sort of thinner cavern. You make your way with the light kind of bouncing and bounding to this more open chamber filled with soft sand, and you see just a giant void-like hole. And the first female merfolk who kind of stopped you kind of points and goes, "There you go."
And a geyser. Wait. Okay, we don't know. Never mind. Sorry. I don't speak fish.
Oh.
I assume Zenrio was relaying some stuff to us, by the way.
It's up to Zenrio.
Yep.
Octo?
Wait, what's up?
How much did you tell the people in the ship? How much information did you relay? Because like
Oh.
you're in front of the hole of the geyser now, and they're all like, "Why is there a giant hole?"
Oh, yeah. So this geyser apparently will take us to the surface. Is what they said.
When does it go off?
Oh, excuse me. I press the microphone button.
Yeah.
Yeah. When does this erupt or go off? You know.
They reply any minute now, and they go over it and they put 2 X's on the ground and kind of like point to them, like stand here.
Oh, okay, we should go over there. It's gonna be any second now.
I move over to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
At this point, you guys have amassed a crowd of 30 merfolk who are now kind of swimming around you guys, like all excitedly, and you begin to feel the ground shake, like begin to move.
Okay.
As you guys do, you begin
Yeah.
to see.
Sorry, I'm sorry to break the thing. I wanted to put my hand over the jump button.
Okay.
So the moment we fucking ricochet, like the moment the current stops pushing us, I'm gonna press the fuck out of it. So we
Okay.
double jump this shit.
Okay. So Borky starts cranking.
You
We're gonna
begin
rocket jump this bitch.
You begin to feel like all these sounds behind you, which kind of concerns you a little bit. The female merfolk goes, "Oh, we are going to push you."
What?
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 So they're going to help you guys push. They're going to help push you guys forward as well.
Okay.
Very nice
So
of them.
you guys wait, the ground rumbling more and more and more. And as you do, all the merfolk go, now! And immediately you feel the crab mech being shoved forward as you see bubbles begin to erupt now from this geyser. What are you guys pressing?
Jump.
Shield. We should shield first, actually.
Yeah, definitely shield.
Okay.
Shield and walk forward unless anyone objects. Like, so we can be over the hole.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. I got
All
no
right, you
objections.
guys shield up, you jump in, you're shoved forward in the water, and as you guys kind of turn, as you land into the geyser, you see all the merfolk kind of waving politely as you guys immediately you guys go up into this large tube-like current. You begin bouncing like a ping pong ball back and forth and sideways. You feel the force stopped by the shield, but only temporarily as it shatters within a few seconds. You crash and bang into different parts of stone. You see the front part begin to leak in water now.
Borky hits the jazz music to calm down. Beak.
The jazz music begins to play as you're gong 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 gong. Hit
This
different
is
things.
nicer.
You
I
guys
needed something.
immediately, everything begins to shake and rumble. You feel the water now bubbling around you as you all grab onto each other. And then, like the spout of a whale, you are launched into the air. You reach past the surface of the water. You leap into the air. You hit a seagull. The seagull's dead now. It's fine. As you come crashing down, back into the ocean water and begin to sink. You see sparks begin to fly. The sonar
Jump
stops
button and
working.
move to land. Move away from the hole. Jump and move away from the hole.
All right, you guys float down. You manage to jump a little bit, missing the hole. As you press the button, though, Taz, sparks erupt. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Jesus.
Christ in a handbasket. Here we go. Yahoo!
Okay.
15.
Yeah, you get zapped a little bit on your hand, and you hear a. You kind of hear this weird jettison, hydraulic and electronic noise as the crab begins to like spin like a teacup ride, and the legs begin to just move you guys forward on its own. It appears to have reached an error state where it is now moving on its own.
Zen, get the bubble ready.
Okay. I get to drink it out.
It begins to walk, and once again, you guys breach the surface and hit a beach. And as you move forward, it gets caught between two trees and is like snapping all the branches off. You watch as a flock of crows flies away.
Yep, we're
Hit
getting
the
out.
hatch.
Hit the
All right,
hatch,
you
getting
guys-
out.
You guys smack on the hatch. You watch as water dribbles down from below. You guys begin to all crawl out.
Is it the beautiful day outside?
It's partially cloudy, but it's fresh air. It's about maybe 6 p.m., 7 p.m. now.
Is there anyone nearby?
It's just a beach. It's just like a beach with some pine trees around and some fallen over logs as you guys get out.
Well,
you guys
lads.
all get out, and you guys watch from the beach as the crab mech is like still walking into these trees, and they're cracking and snapping, trying to hold it at bay almost.
Can we even stop it? Is it just gonna walk forever?
I think it's served its purpose.
Goodbye. Goodbye, crab friend.
I need everybody to make a dexterity throw.
Uh-oh.
Save?
Dexterity saving throw.
Panic salutes the crab mech and makes a dexterity saving throw.
19.
19.
Nice. Wow.
Oh, all 19.
No way.
13.
13. Okay.
8.
Aw, Zenrio.
The 19.
What is up? Why?
The 19 energy left.
Oh man. So anyone who rolled over a 10 succeeds. Zenrio. I'm so sorry. Oh boy. All of you guys are like, you guys watch as it begins to like shake, and you hear like a noise, and while the rest of you are like, oh shit, ducking for cover, Zenrio's like, yeah, as it explodes. As it does, Zenrio, you take 10 points of force damage as you are thrown back through the beach and collide into the water.
No, he'll drown! Borky runs after him.
Okay, you jump into the water, Borky.
Borky, don't be an idiot.
Borky's swimming towards Zenrio. How far away is he?
You do have exhaustion, by the way, Kurt. In fact, all of you now have exhaustion, and Borky, you have 2 sets of exhaustion because of your rage.
Borky starts drowning as well.
Where do I mark exhaustion?
It's just a status you have at this
Oh,
point.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you have disadvantage on ability checks right now.
Okay.
You guys kind of
Zenrio,
Yeah, go ahead.
Zenrio's on his back, and he just goes, "Bogus."
Is he? Are you down?
No,
or-
I'm just like, I'm hurt. I'm just like, oh.
Mm.
All
If
right,
it's-
so
Borky,
ahead.
bring Zenrio back to shore and
Borky swimming with
What
one
time of
hand,
day is it?
tired.
It is almost starting to get to nightfall at this point.
Okay, so we need to make camp.
Task is beginning to find a place where we are not close to the water where we can set up camp.
Okay, you start to
Survival
dig
check.
like, for sure. There's disadvantage. 14.
7.
14 because you have exhaustion now at this
Oh,
point.
right. Fuck.
That's still fine. You dig out a sand pit and you take some rocks from the woods and you kind of like make like a little fire area. You manage to collect some driftwood and just kind of toss it in there. You get the sense from the weather it's not going to rain on you guys. The waves will definitely recede rather than reach out. Camping on the beach at this point would probably be the safest because you have no idea what's in those woods.
Quick question. Can I find the chair from inside the crab mech anywhere?
Oh, it's gone.
Dang.
It is
I was about to say I was
literally-
gonna try and salvage something.
It is legs, and that's it. The rest of it like popped like a balloon, and all the pieces have just turned to full-on shrapnel.
How big are the legs, though?
The legs you can't carry them if you want to attempt to carry
No,
them.
I'm
Like,
just curious, like the dimensions and stuff.
legs are probably about 7 feet. Oh no, actually 6 feet tall. It's like a crab leg though, so they're long.
Yeah.
And they, in terms of thickness, like, oh man, like a Rona bucket thick. They're very solid made, and it's made out of like a brass or a bronze type material. You're not quite sure. It's dwarven
Sure.
make, of course, so who knows.
Yeah.
But now, very much broken. The geyser tended to have done its work. But you guys are at surface, breathing fresh air, and no angry dwarves to be yelling at you anymore.
all right. I'm going to run around to everybody, and I'm going to prestidigitation their clothes just so they're comfortable.
Nice. All right, so what's our food situation, gentlemen?
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to eating a tree, but I prefer not to. Too much fiber.
All right, so
Well, you know they say fiber is good for you then.
Yeah,
At
not
least
too
that's
maybe
what
much,
Mom
though.
said.
Maybe look at the treetops. Maybe some of these trees are fruit bearing.
Gentlemen, we're right next to an ocean. Task, you still got that trident, don't you?
yes.
Zen, how good are you at hunting? Let me rephrase the question. How good are you at finding clams? You know what a clam is, right?
Is that thing with the hard shell on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's got
grow
that
those
juicy-
in your farms, and
Oh, yeah, I forgot. yeah, no, I know this. I was testing you to see if you knew what a clam was.
Okay. Like I hear Task's eyes becoming more bloodshot.
I'm convinced I died and I'm in hell for the past couple of hours.
Zen, we can take care of stuff here if you could possibly go see if you can find us some, so to speak.
Yeah, I could try. Also, for the record, this is probably like one of the only, if not the first time I've ever been on like actual dry
yeah,
land. Isn't
you're
it?
actually on dry
Yeah,
land.
I keep, like-
Besides Mary's Perch, which just doesn't really count. This is like
Yeah.
like sand and dirt, and there's fucking trees.
Yeah,
So
and
we
I'm
roll-
like,
I'm actually Borky's gonna roll a perception check to see if you can notice that.
That's insight.
No insight. Ooh, good. Net 0. That's 11.
ooh, 11.
Yeah.
Um,
You get the sense that Zenri is a little awestruck. He's kind of like he's not really fully paying attention.
Like a fish out of water.
Ah!
Yeah.
That needs to be that needs to be the title of today's episode.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I keep like kneading the sand with my feet, even if I'm like not moving. I keep just sort of like squishing it and like looking down and like, oh.
Greckles pats him on the back. Zen, you okay?
Yeah, no, it's like sand, but it's
You've
not
never
wet.
You've never been on the surface, have you?
Well, no, I've been like to Canary's Perch, but that's not like
That doesn't count.
no, but it's like sand, but it's not wet.
Watch me as I blow your mind. Borky grabs a little bit of water and throws it on the sand.
Oh my god! Now it's like it's underwater sand.
Exactly. And if it stays out in the sky for enough time, it's gonna be dry.
No way.
And that's what you make glass out of if it gets really hot.
Oh, what?
All right, Zen, let me give you the lowdown. You see,
Okay.
you see those big wooden things over there in the distance?
Yeah, the giant anemones.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Except bees don't. Except those don't sting, and they usually have very bad things in them. Don't go in there.
Wait, so they don't sting, but they have bad things in them.
Imagine very aggressive clownfish. Well,
Hey.
I mean, you probably can.
Like my cousin. Ah!
Good lad. All right, but we do need you to go hunt. We'll see what we can find food-wise up here. You might actually have your first land-based cuisine.
What do you guys eat? Like, what kind of fish? Is it like salmon or trout or sea urchin or
I mean, all the above sounds good. What do you guys want?
I don't think we really have a choice. It's just whatever we catch at this point.
Yeah. Just definitely.
I would kill for some deer or some boar, but at this point, I'll take whatever we get.
Task,
Okay.
if you want,
What kind of fish
if
are
you,
they?
if you want, we can go take a look around the perimeter just
Yeah.
to see if there's
Task
nothing dangerous.
is basically making your guys' campsite, so you guys are safe and comfortable. The rest of you guys are on food duty at this point, or any other duties you need to do.
Yeah.
Task, unfortunately,
Alright.
has occupied his time with setting up a proper fire and proper sleeping arrangements for you
Okay.
guys.
It's great. Okay.
Okay.
Borky gets up and grabs Ronfall. All right. Panic, you with me. We're gonna walk and see if we can find anything that's dumb and slow that we can kill.
Okay. Zen and Greckles, that means you are fishing.
Yeah, that's Greckles is known
I-
for his underwater shenanigans. So yeah.
Except I can't do the thing that lets me go underwater.
So
So,
luckily you got Zenrio.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, check this out.
I hand Task my spear. Oh my god.
He just
I hand Greckles my spear.
he just puts
Yeah.
he just
you guys-
puts the spear in one hand to the other.
You
Good
can tell
work,
you can tell Task has a point of exhaustion.
would you guys prefer that, or should I do a perimeter check? I can do that real easily.
I'm pretty sure me and Panic got that. You hang out with Zenrio, you two.
Yeah, but you can be seen. I
Oh, I disagree. Sometimes you're blue.
yes. We might be seen, but we won't be followed.
Exactly. Yeah. Borky takes off.
I
How
have
are
a
you,
way to-
second Task? I'm doing great. Kill them all first Task. Cool, okay.
can't. Zen and I come out of the water from fishing. There's a fucking ball with a face on it.
Okay, so you guys can choose. So someone has to roll of the two groups of two. Someone has to roll the survival check. Because they're being helped, you can roll with advantage, or you each can make individual survival checks.
What's your survival?
I'm going to help Borky with his survival.
Okay, so Borky, you get to roll with advantage with Panic's help.
That's a natural 20, baby!
Natural 20.
Wow.
There, it's pretty scarce here. It is spring, but you're right at the cusp of spring. You find a bunch of juvenile ferns that you could actually eat, potentially. A type of plant you could actually eat. You gather enough for everybody to kind of have that as like a side thing, like a side dish.
We got the salad. Porky holds
You
it
don't
up.
find any boar or any deer. You do find a lot of squirrels.
How do we capture the squirrels? Does Panic
you
sucker them in for does Panic play
Just
his guitar?
drive. No, just drive slowly in front of them. It's real easy.
Sing to them.
I will say with your javelins, because you have those. And that's because it's a natural 20. They're not very big animals. You managed to catch about 5 squirrels
That'll make an okay stew.
and 1 chipmunk because of misfire.
How fat is the chipmunk?
Because it's out of hibernation, they're not particularly fat. They're
Damn.
pretty lean. Yeah. The chipmunk was an unfortunate loss. But you have it, and you have the ferns as well, so you have kind of like a nice little meal there. It's enough for a stew, probably not enough. Like for Borky, Borky could pack away 3 squirrels.
Easy,
like,
easy. Oh,
easy.
bake, I call it a baker's dozen.
All right. So you guys managed to grab that. Greckles and Zenrio, how do you guys want to tackle this?
What actually is your survival there, Octo?
Not good.
Yeah, mine isn't either. I have +1. Do you have a
Yeah.
plus anything?
I have a +1.
Ooh.
I guess let's just go individual at this point because it's not
Yeah.
gonna matter either way.
Yeah. So we're just rolling straight survival.
Straight
Yeah,
survival,
and I
yeah.
did not roll well.
8.
Me
and a
either.
7.
I found a rock.
I just wanted to go on perimeter duty, but
Uh,
no.
I cannot roll good this session.
You
I
guys
can't either.
find a horse mackerel.
I'm down.
which is small, but it's a thing. You find 2 sea urchins
I'm down.
and a stick.
What kind of
Oh,
stick?
cool. We could use that stick to like poke the sea urchin. Get it real mad.
He's poking it
Alright.
right now. isn't he?
Just oh.
You guys make your
Lots
way
of
up the
heavies.
beach. As Panic and Borky, as you guys are going through the forest, Panic, you kind of head ahead to the break of the tree line. Borky, you kind of stop as Panic walks away with your guys' kill, and you hear a voice in the depth of your mind. Borky,
What is it, Rumfolk?
we need to talk. And no, it's not about giantesses this time. You handled that quite well, actually. That's about the proper response for a giantess that is mad at you. You just run. You
Mhm.
just go.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Never to
good
come
job
back
there.
ever again. That's what Stonebeard probably did.
Well, the rune callers are fascinating, though. They,
Okay.
Would
they
you like? Should we speak before or after the meal?
speak here and now.
Okay.
You guys kind of begin to prepare the food. As Borky's kind of gone at this point.
Task is
Borky,
looking at a fucking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Borky essentially wanders down the beach a little bit and stabs the sword into the sand and like kneels in front of it with his hands on it.
Hey, get me out of this.
Oh. Sorry, didn't know.
Getting sand in my craw.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know how you.
Okay, Borky just places the sword on his knees essentially.
Good.
Story.
Hold me up. Hold me up by the hilt.
Okay.
Borky does that.
I'm not a dog and I'm not a shovel. We are going to meet a leader of an orc tribe. The orc tribes of Alivast are interesting, to say the least.
Are we nearby?
Potentially, I'm not sure. I have a feeling, though. We are near the coast, and they tended to lord over the coast, depending on how far reach the city of Alivast had. My father warred against the orcs many years ago. Many thousands of years ago.
Hmm.
It did not go well for him.
You lost.
He did lose indeed.
Hmm.
The orcs are all separated by their different clans and their different tribes, and yes, they do fight amongst each other. But when a warlord comes forward with a single goal of which to complete, in my father's instance, kicking his ass,
Hmm.
they are an unbelievable force to be reckoned with. Now, that being said, I can tell that you are not a leader. Not yet. When you meet the leader of this first tribe, this is not about you. This is not about him.
Hmm.
This is about the goal that you wish to achieve. Who you are and where you came from takes a seat in the back.
Hmm.
What you are trying to do is the most important. Do you understand this?
I do.
Good. Now we are going to do a thing called role play.
I see.
I am going to be the orc leader,
Okay.
and you are going to be yourself.
Are you sure I shouldn't be someone else?
No, you're going to be you in this scenario.
Oof. Okay.
Now, I am the orc leader. I am sitting on the corpse of a massive dragon with my sword held at my side. You approach me, needing my aid in this war against these sun zealots. What do you say as you enter my domain?
It seems to be you're a capable warrior.
Stop!
Oh.
You hesitated, you stuttered, you cannot do so. Speak confidently, no doubts. Try again.
Out of character real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Just real quick. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting this.
He's teaching you how to talk to the orcs. There's no goofing off with this one.
What is your name?
I am, what's a good orc name? Smack Mac, the dork, I don't...
Smack Mac the Orc. Okay.
I'm Smack, slayer of this dragon.
Smack, the Dragon Slayer. Hell yeah. If anyone needs a good World of Warcraft character name, there you go.
Smack.
So good.
Smack Mac is a pretty great name.
I'm Borky. son of Slasher. I wield this sword. And with it, I am seeking out the strongest and the best. For
No,
Shoot.
Ronfall interrupts you.
Shoot!
You are not here. You must provide. To be of unifying nature, you must show what you are willing to give and what you wish to gain. By showing what you are capable of, you will appeal to them on what they can provide as well. Do you understand this?
I do.
You say, I am Borky. I hail from the city of Alivast. I am here to slay my enemy. An enemy that has encroached upon your shores and your lands.
The enemy that unifies us, that looks down upon us and does not know the wrath and the power of the orcs. An enemy that doesn't believe. An enemy that believes they are better than everybody else. Because they believe something slightly different, but there's something more to belief. There's knowing, and I know the orcs is the strongest and the best. And when we unify, despite tribes, there ain't a single thing on this planet that can stop us. Now, join. What?
Borky,
What?
a little bit too much.
What? Really? Oh, okay. I was just reminding myself how pissed
More
off I am.
like, I know, but you not let your anger block your sensibilities. Perhaps your tribe was one of wrath and one of yelling and screaming of great deeds, but this one may not be. You must be concise, you must be quick. I am Borky. We have a common enemy. Here's what I can offer you. What are you willing to offer us? Would you be willing to give us the time of day?
It's a simple
Do you
trade.
understand?
A simple trade.
Simple, it is a bartering, exactly. You
simple,
hear like a hands clasped together.
A simple-
You are not here to
Fine.
brag or boast.
No, it's
You are
just-
not here to kiss their feet. You are here to exchange your capabilities for theirs, but in turn, there will be no exchange, but a merging. Do you understand this?
Yes. Forgiveness, Ronfall. My family was dramatic.
Your family is another land now.
It is. That is.
It is done.
It is.
You are here now, and it is beginning. That is the difference. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are not your father. You are not your mother. You are you, and you will only be you in these situations. Do you understand?
Yeah. I do.
Good.
Simple. I have something
Simple.
to offer.
To the point. Acute, and do not hesitate. Any great leader will hesitate. Will not hesitate. Sorry, I hesitated there. Sorry, it's been a bit of a rough day. I saw mer people for the first time. I thought those were just a legend.
But they feel the same way about sky giants.
Yeah, Joe, exactly. What I mean to say is, a good leader does not flinch in their decisions. They make decisions and deal with the consequences. They make the hard decisions and deal with the consequences. And they make the right ones and find glory in the right decisions. Do you understand this?
Yes.
That is how I fell. I made a choice and I could not deal with the outcome. And that is how my kingdom fell. Do you understand?
Regretfully, yes.
But here I am now. And my past is now another land, a time beyond even your reach. And it is done. Though, I will ask of this of you. If we are ever in that village again, the village of the humans, and I see that child, I do wish to speak with her.
Which child?
The one you feel some hesitation in him.
Yeah.
The one I kidnapped. Despite the circumstances, she was kind to me when she did not need to. It reminded me of my... Let's go back to the camp.
Absolutely.
Okay. You make your way back to the camp.
And if you speak to her, keep it simple.
Exactly.
Everyone's coming back. You all see Taz sitting between. You see him sitting on one side of the fire, and the other side of the fire are two coconuts stacked up on each other with a mean face.
Has
hair coming out of it?
Task has buried himself in sand.
So we see Borky coming back.
Yeah, you guys, like, Panic showed up with all the squirrels.
Borky!
And then
I found a stick.
Is it a good stick?
Yeah, check it out. I like
Oh.
hold up the stick.
That's pretty
All right.
sweet. How many?
You hold
How
up the stick.
how smooth is it?
It's very nice. It's very polished.
Mm.
You could honestly, like, you could probably make a wand out of it.
All right.
Like, if you are actually, like, either Zenrio could take it, or you could give it to Willow and see what she can make out of it, potentially.
If we see Willow again.
Yeah, she's dead.
No.
I'm just joking. I am just, I mean,
See,
you don't know.
I was thinking we would be dead, but wow.
I mean,
Monty.
you've seen how disaster prone she is.
Oh God, we left her all alone too.
I know, but it's worth. Here's the thing: it's worth it though because she's dating one of the coolest guys ever.
He needs a
Zenrio?
cool guy shirt.
You talking about Willow?
I said Zenrio? Question mark.
I thought you
Coolest
said,
guy.
I thought you said Willow.
God,
All right, so you
fucking-
guys have, I think you had 8 squirrels,
No, you think you said 5 squirrels and a chipmunk?
We had 5 squirrels.
5
and a chipmunk.
squirrels, a chipmunk, 2 urchins, a horse mackerel, and apparently somehow Task has found coconuts in a non like tropical forest.
Oh,
That's
somehow.
how crazy he's gone.
I'm
Oh, that's-
okay with that. I'm
that's
okay with
fluff.
that.
It's fluff.
The coconuts aren't there.
They're a figment of his
They're in
imagination.
his
It's a
mind.
mound. It's a mound of sand with sticks.
He's double inceptioning himself. The coconuts aren't there, but he sees coconuts.
Dude,
that
I
he thinks are
he-
himself.
He's got the fucking Jack Nicholson face from fucking oh god.
I will say this with the survival checks and everything that goes on. You guys managed to cobble together a meal. As you have no pot to make stew with or any other cooking utensils, using Greckles' daggers, you manage to, take apart the fish. You throw out the guts and a bunch of seagulls descend upon it. You using your knowledge and node to Zenrio, you manage to extract the sea urchin. You skin and using the stick as well as other sticks. You cook the squirrel on the open fire. You each eat a decent amount of meal. Not enough to fully sate your hunger, but enough to sustain you for the following day. As you guys make rest, I would like to know who is doing the order.
Well, considering I can't see in the dark anymore, preferably dawn or right now.
Yeah, give me the night shift.
Yeah, I'll take the
first shift.
I'll take the night shift after task.
Borky will take the early morning shift.
All right, so we're gonna do Greckles, Borky, and then for Task, you're gonna take the first night shift, and then you're gonna have Panic.
Would it be better for me to take the dawn shift then? Would there be more light?
There will be more light at
So
dawn.
let's do that then.
Yeah, Borky, you have dark vision, so you'll take the second to last shift.
Okay.
Okay, and then Zenrio gets a full night's sleep. Good job, buddy.
Oh, cool. All right.
He did a lot for us today.
You did,
Okay,
yeah.
so the shift is what?
It's gonna be Task, Panic, Borky, and Greckles.
Okay.
So Task, with your coconut best friend, at your helm, you can go ahead and roll a
everyone.
perception check.
Wilson, look out there. What do you see?
It's his original character, Wask.
Hello, I am Wilson. It is nice to meet you all.
Oh, see, I'm not crazy. He talks.
I love being alive and real.
What do you see out there? Why am I turning into Christian Bale for a second there?
As you're sitting there, Task, you hear a
Wilson, they're out there.
and you look out to the ocean, you see whales breaching, orca whales. You hear as the spouts kind of release water and air as they dip away, ending your watch.
Wilson, one of these days, I'm gonna kill the ones that fly, Wilson.
That sounds rather excellent there, Task.
I know, Wilson. Thank you. I know you can support me in anything I do.
You should probably rest.
That's a good idea. You watch my flank.
All right, Panic, you wake up.
Ugh. Hope nothing crazy happened.
Good night.
All right. Panic's gonna look out, see if he can see anything.
Okay.
With a perception check. And I'm going to click right now.
There you go. 10.
10.
You just kind of play on your guitar and you're just like, whatever. You're tired still. Squirrel's not really sitting right. The ghost of the chipmunk haunts you.
Fuck. We're all going crazy.
And from that watch, we're gonna jump back over to Remy.
Hunt this motherfucker.
Can I go pee while we do that? By
Yes,
the by?
we can. Yeah, we absolutely can.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right. As the sun comes down, you are still at work in this Oroc pen. Orcs walk by laughing at you as you attempt to clean out this stall.
Remy will grow visibly frustrated with every moment he is in this pen.
You've gotten 2 more kisses from the Oroc. But at last, you managed to throw the last patty on the pile. And you watch as one of the orcs comes around. At this point, it's darkness. It's nighttime. You hear the sound of far-off snapping, crackling fire, laughter, surprisingly laughter, various other voices talking over the dark. And you do not have dark vision, do you?
I do not.
Okay. You turn around and it startles you. You see an orc there, the one who threatened to break your beak, currently kind of leaning up on the post.
Remy is going to glare at him with dagger eyes.
Oi!
What do you want?
Gruel wants you at the grouse.
He's going to shovel in the grossness. Walk out of the pen real quick.
Oh, you get used to it. And he kind of rustles your now like kind of dried up saliva feathers.
He's going to knock the hand away.
Kind of laughs and kind of begins to walk.
Do not touch me. Okili dolum. And then he's going to use prestidigitation to clean himself off.
You're all nice and clean now. The orc kind of stops. He's got his hands in his pockets. He kind of reels around and goes, "Oh, you're a magic user.
Aren't you a smart one?"
I like your attitude. You fit right in. Can you do me one? Do me a little magic trick.
Sure. Do you like fire?
His face kind of wanes. Roll an insight check.
Ooh, I like this. This is information. Hang on. I was getting ready to cast spell, so I gotta go back to the character sheet, and then we're rolling insight. Come on, baby! That's gonna be a big old 10. Please give it to me. I can do this.
Yeah, you got him.
Woohoo!
His face isn't like fear, it's actually like sadness. He kind of stops, he goes, "Second thought, I don't want to see no magic trick." He kind of walks up towards like the big main house. You get the sense he probably lost someone. Do you follow him?
I do follow him.
Okay, you kind of follow him. You hear kind of raucous music. You hear the sounds of laughing, of drinks pouring, and you smell a really good smell. You smell meat cooking on a fire, amongst various other smells. As you walk, you see all of the orcs in this encampment, with the exclusion of the children. Currently around this massive, almost like bonfire, this huge fire in the center. And you see cooking on it on the spit is a large boar, like actually not very large, maybe like definitely enough to feed everyone there, but not like a big giant, like a giant boar. Like it's not the biggest boar you've seen. You currently see it being slathered with honeycomb at the moment. Like it's just like there's 2 orcs who are taking like a stick with honeycomb on it and just kind of like just marinating it. That's all they seem to really have.
Me want.
You see Kiwi sitting down with a giant like horn. Drinking horn, kind of like and he like dips his beak into the drinking horn. You just hear a slurping noise as he pulls his beak out of it, looking around nervously. You see Audrey as well. She is sitting between the 2 female orcs that are there. One that is one orc that's like probably maybe in her around Borky's age, you'd say. Very strong-bodied, mohawk sort of hair. Big tusks. Audrey's in the middle currently with like what looks like a plate and like maybe some little small cuts of meat potentially from the pig. And you see on the other side is that older female shaman orc who's currently sitting there and is kind of like watching as these two orcs currently are kind of playing the drums essentially and these other kind of strange instruments you've never seen before. And you see Gruel kind of sitting just off to the side at the moment, and there's an empty spot next to him. And as he sees you approach, he kind of like beckons you over and kind of like smacks the log next to him.
Remy's gonna glare and snicker at him a little bit and then walk over reluctantly.
You see as you walk over, Audrey kind of perks up a little bit.
Insight?
Actually, yeah, roll an insight.
Well, I would be interested in what that means. 24.
24, okay. She's glad to see you're alive. She hadn't seen you all day probably, and she didn't know where you ended up. She looks okay. She looks like she's eaten. Her bruise looks tended to. And she appears to be like I said, she's eating, but it's very like slow, and obviously there's still a lot of stress there. You see she's still like kind of overwhelmed by everything, but still kind of keeping it together. So she sees you and she's like, okay, good, that's okay, and then kind of goes back to her own thoughts.
Well, knowing that, Remy will give her just a slight. He can't really smile with a beak, but he'll give her a knowing nod.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you just give her.
And then he'll sit next to Gruel.
Gruel kind of gives you a look.
Remy's gonna meet him eye to eye, like no flinching.
Did you lie to me before?
Did I lie about what?
Nothing. Welcome to the grouse. You kind of
insight, instantly insight. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker, 9.
You can't read him. He's before you can even like be like what he just shoves a drinking horn in your hands. As you kind of like it's mead. It's a type of mead, wild berry mead of some kind. It's sweet. It's surprisingly sweet. But it's definitely well fermented. And he kind of says, "You've never been to a grouse before, I'm assuming."
Does it just look like a fire pit with people drinking around it?
Yeah, it's like a fire pit with people drinking, and like there's people kind of talking and whatnot.
I don't know what you. Oh, okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Remy will take a sip.
Strong. It's really strong. He kind of laughs as you drink it. Like he has a smile as he kind of takes the cup from you, and he just throws back a bit and throws it back in your hand. They don't seem too keen on they share.
Does this feel a lot like what they would do on the front? Because this feels like something they would do on the front.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely culturally different. You're like, there's obviously a different dynamic here, but it is similar. It's a lot of camaraderie and stuff. You see people who are like biting off of the same leg of meat, and other people who are like, sharing and drink and food and whatever and revelry. As you're kind of there and this sort of gathering takes place, you watch as a orc stands up, a big male orc, one you haven't seen before. Younger, bulbous features, kind of a big nose. He's got like what looks like almost like a you're not exactly sure what it is. It's some sort of fish bone that's going through the nose. It's very neat looking though. He gets up and he kind of like shakes his shoulders, and he kind of he takes a fist and an open palm, and he begins to kind of like punch his fist to his palm. He just punches it over and over and over again. And kind of like kind of makes this noise, this like deep low noise, like this really aggressive sort of like you've seen this with orcs in combat. It's kind of like a threatening noise, like they're challenged.
Is it almost like the haka, like a haka?
A bit like a haka, but more. It's just like a sound. It's like lexicon. It's like non-verbal lexicon, if that makes sense. And as he does this, Gruel kind of like taps you on the shoulder and goes, "This is what the grouse is." And you watch as another orc stands up on the other side of the fire and walks over to this other one. And they kind of size each other up. And each orc kind of like reaches out and touches Knuckles, kind of like in UFC fighting, you know how they touch a bit. And then immediately they start going at it. They start fighting. And they are staying on their feet as much as they can. You watch as sand is kicked up into the fire, as one of the legs actually encroaches into the flame, and you hear one of the orcs snarl and shove back his opponent. You watch as one gets a solid punch on the other, another one gets a punch to the gut, and then eventually with a solid headbutt from the bulbous orc, bam, his opponent goes down to the ground and has his chest and hands hit the ground. There's cheers erupting from the actual fire. You watch as Gruel's like, "Ah!" And he kind of looks to you. And do you cheer as well?
Remy will applaud.
What is this?
What is what?
Is this how you think of battle? You half-ass it?
Remy's gonna stand up. No, please, say it again.
Come on. Your brothers and sisters just fought. They deserve all of your praise, not just part of it. Sit down. The only people who stand are those who are part of the grouse. And he grabs you by the shoulder and pulls you down. not like super aggressively, but like you're being rude. Like, sit down. You watch as the bulbous orc reaches down and helps the other orc up to his feet, kind of just reaching down and grabs him and kind of pulls him up to his feet. And you watch as the two of them don't go back to their seats. They walk up to the female orcs. And as they walk up, they walk up to the female orcs. Yeah, because there's the female orc, there's Audrey, and then there's the older female orc as well. They walk up specifically to the orc, the younger orc.
Okay.
And there's a moment of pause as the female orc kind of looks at the two of them and just kind of shakes her head. And the two orcs are like, kind of sigh and nod and then go back to their seats.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Remy's gonna turn to Gruel. They fight for their affection.
They weren't impressive enough.
No, they weren't. The one on the right, he has terrible footwork. And the one on the left, oh, he swings with his shoulder.
They're young and stupid. Gruel stands up and walks into the grouse. And
Remy's gonna stand up.
Okay, before he even the fist hits the hand, he turns and he's got this big smile on his face.
Remy's gonna walk to the other side.
The drums begin. You have entered the grouse.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
This is how the grouse works.
Okay.
You have to make athletics checks,
Okay.
and it's best 3 out of 5.
That's 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just straight athletics checks every time.
Yeah. Let me find.
No
I have
other
to
things.
find.
Got it.
I have to find him first, though, because
Sure.
they put Tanaruks with the orcs. I think. Sorry, 1 second. I should have had this open. That's not what I need. Where are you, Mister? And I have to add your changes. 186. Okay. And the adjustments. Okay. Okay. And all right. So you guys both stand up, and there's kind of this murmur in the crowd, and almost a bit of scoffing from some of the orcs as well. Like, oh, geez. Like, here we go.
Remy's gonna show absolutely no sign of fear.
Okay.
He's just gonna stand in there and wait. But he will do the exact same gesture of punching his fist.
I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, because Gruel is going to attempt to intimidate you.
Okay. 12.
You are not intimidated by him, as he kind of snarls and kind of like, almost like a bull, almost kind of shakes his horns as if to almost intimidate you. You can tell he's also showing off quite a bit.
Remy is going to chuckle. He is then going to get into a defensive stance, and he's going to motion with his talons for him to bring it on.
Okay. He kind of looks and goes, "You are not going to get picked like that." Kind of like criticizing your form. Alrighty.
Does he actually say that?
Yeah, he does. He's like, none of the orc women are going to pick you if you act like that.
I'm not looking to get picked. I'm looking to make you look like a fool.
You don't enter the grouse if you don't want to get picked, and he's going to start the fight. So roll an athletics check for me.
Alrighty. It's going to be an 18.
That is for Gruel. That's a 21.
Woo!
You watch as you go in to kind of punch him. He ducks his head back and he headbutts you in the chest with his horns.
Do they actually penetrate?
You kind of stagger back. No, it hits your armor and there's a dent in your armor, but it definitely got your attention. You almost stagger, almost falling on your feet. That's 1 win for him. I'm just going to put down your guys' points here just so I don't lose track. All right, round 2.
Another athletics check?
Yeah, another athletics check.
Not 1.
Oh my god, he got an 18. You stagger back from the horns and he grabs you by the chest plate and he brings you in and he punches you solidly in the face, which is echoed out with an eruption of cheers from the orcs.
Remy's gonna spit on the floor.
Yeah, you have blood spatters and sparkles against the fire. Next one.
All right. Athletics check.
Greatest
It's gonna be
roll
a
for
12.
him. That is going to be for him. That is also a 12. You guys tie.
Woo!
He goes to go for like almost like a slash attack, but you manage to grab his hands with your talons. You guys are now arm in arm, locked currently in strength, pushing each other. Roll again.
Roll again.
Ooh.
11.
You headbutt him this time. You hit him and he staggers back and growls angrily. That's one win for you. He immediately lets go. You guys let go of the arm lock, kind of pacing each other, almost like a lion. His tail is now swishing side to side, this almost weirdly dragon-like scaled tail, as he immediately charges at you again. Whoop, that fell out of the dice roller.
Roll again.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
16.
Got a 22.
Woo!
He gives you a solid, like, as you go to charge, he charges you, you kind of like stagger back, and he just collides with the side of your cheek. And you go spiraling and you crash to the ground, your elbow catching your fall. And with that, you hear a drum, dun, 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 kind of indicating the end of the fight as Gruel kind of smiles. And he reaches down to help you up with his clawed hand.
You're an honorable fighter.
I've never had another living thing try and headbutt me before. That was impressive.
You left yourself open. It's not like it matters. I lost.
He kind of looks at you and goes, doesn't matter if you lost. Sometimes the females pick the loser if they put on a good sense of a show. He leads you over to the female orcs, and he stands in front of Audrey. And he looks down to Audrey, and Audrey kind of looks confused. And the older orc kind of turns and goes, do you wish to mate with either of these two? And she drops her food, she stands up, and she walks away.
She's already ready to go!
Gruel, I believe there is some cultural misunderstanding here.
He kind of laughs. He kind of pats you on the shoulder. Don't worry, I never get picked anyway. And he goes back to his seat.
Does it seem like I'm allowed to walk around and follow her, or that I'm supposed to follow him? Does he give any indication?
She refused. She rejected. She didn't say yes.
Oh, but she walked off, right?
She just literally just went, and just left.
Oh, got it.
The food slipped from her like she had a wooden plate. She just dropped that, got up, and left. That was rejection. It was very clear.
Got it. But I can't follow her, I'm assuming, right? Does he beckon me over to the chair? Like
I mean,
log?
it's up to you. No one said anything.
Remy's gonna start walking towards Audrey if nobody says anything.
Okay,
or
you
at
start
least
to
in her-
move, and the female, the older orc, she has a staff. She puts it in front of you, and she scowls at you. She looks at you and goes, you did not win. She kind of taps you over to go back to your seat. And you see now a bunch of the other orcs are looking at you scornfully. And Gruel kind of sits down and goes, be nice. He doesn't understand.
Remy's gonna sit next to Gruel, and he's going to speak to him, hopefully, so that the others can't hear. Did two other people start fighting?
At this point, there's some quiet for a while. Eventually, two more orcs do get up and fight.
Okay.
One of them does get chosen. One of them was actually the guy who went to go get you. He lost. And he didn't get picked, but his opponent did. And they kind of go about their business, and there's obviously talking and whatnot. And eventually Kiwi comes out and starts like playing along to the music, and like everyone's like, his potato body's very funny to me. Like they're all kind of like enjoying his goofy nature. They also are like drink because they find him just super fascinating. But yeah, you sit next to Gruel, who is basically dining on what appears to be like ribs from the pig, and he's kind of like picking his teeth with his claws and like just kind of enjoying himself at the moment.
Gruel, I need to speak with you.
I'm right here.
When you brought me here, I mentioned that I had a proposition for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's becoming clear to me that our interactions are going to end one of two ways.
Mm-hmm.
You seem very interested.
He kind of tilts his head, kind of confused.
I have a vendetta against the clergy.
Well,
part of my
whatever
story-
this vendetta is, what's a vendetta?
I wish to slay their leader. Is that clear for you?
You and many others here.
He killed 4 people very close to me, one of which was an orc like yourself, another a tiefling. He didn't have any choice in his lineage either. I tried to sacrifice myself for their lives, and that sod tossed them into the sea like they were nothing. So it's very clear that you question my motives and my truthfulness. That you beseech my honor as a knight by saying I lied, but on my father's name. Athtar, that herald of the sun, will die for what he has done, and I will bathe the ground in his blood in a display even Ganache would approve of. And he will say that so people can hear him.
Some heads turn, but then are like, no, they go back to it. You get the sense that yelling here is pretty common. Ganache kind of just like, Ganache. Gruel kind of sits aside his plate of ribs, kind of wipes his chin. And he's like, the moment you stepped into the grouse, I knew you could be trusted. But to earn a place in the war party will take a lot more than that. And he's going to call on one of his men. I want to see who he's going to call on, though. Sorry, I should have been more prepared.
Slapback, get in here.
Yak back, the loud one.
Zagog. He's going to grab Zagog. Gruel kind of turns over and goes, Zagok! And you watch as, like, the big bulbous orc kind of walks up. Take this one back to its cell. And ensure the female is in my sleeping chambers. I'll be resting with the rest of the men tonight. He kind of nods. Welcome to the tribe. As you're dragged away. And we are going to jump back to our night watch, which I believe the next one up is Borky.
Borky's just whispering to himself, keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple, to the point. Bork's just mulling over, he's just constantly mulling over the words that Ronfalt says.
Roll a perception check.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. You are so focused on what you're doing. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. You don't see anything. Your watch ends.
And I wake up Grackles.
Greckles, you're shaken awake. And you get up from this. You get up from the sand. Your back kind of aching from the days of being crammed inside that crab, and sand not being the best back support.
Best of luck, bud. Borky falls asleep.
Borky, before you go to bed, can you do me a quick favor?
I'm gonna crack your back.
I'll possibly take you up on that later in the morning. Can you give me a boost to one of those trees?
Okay, Borky.
Please don't yeet me into the tree.
I'm not gonna do that.
Roll a strength check, Borky.
Strength check. Okay.
Does he still have levels of exhaustion?
24.
You have exhaustion though.
I did sleep for a bit
After
though.
sleep?
I did sleep for two watches worth.
You didn't get your full sleep though yet, so technically I would say
Okay.
not yet. 7. Greckles, roll an acrobatics check on top of that.
Oh, really a 7? I rolled 24.
No, but it's
You have a disadvantage.
Oh.
you're-
Exhaustion is
Like I have 10.
10. In a sleepy stupor, you're like, and you kind of chuck, and then Greckles, you're just kind of like, you get up to the tree, and like a cat, you just kind of get to the bottom.
Want to try again?
Actually, I wouldn't mind it.
Okay.
Training always said stay out of sight, stay up.
Okay, very well.
Porky tries. Can I roll it one more time?
Strength check again. Yeah.
That's better.
17.
You're jettisoned up this time, and you just kind of land on a giant branch. And as you land, you see an owl kind of fly away, startled by your sudden appearance.
Thanks, buddy. Go get some sleep.
Borky just falls backwards.
All right, roll a perception check for me, Greckles.
Phew, that's a big 6.
You don't see anything. It's the brush here is thick. It is not cared for forest at all. It is very, very thick.
Okay.
And as you watch the sunrise, all of you guys awaken.
Hooray.
Wait.
Away.
Oh, never mind.
Borky just sits up like the Undertaker.
It's time to get Orky. It's time to get Borky.
Do
Yup.
I get all my spells back then?
You do, yep. Your spell slots are back.
Ah, yes, long rest.
Money, quick question.
Yep.
Would I have had a 12 since I got my full rest? Because that was last shift. I don't know if it matters. I just
It
wanna
doesn't
point
really
out.
matter, unfortunately, no.
Do
As you
I
guys-
get my HP back for after a long rest?
Yep, you do as
Yeah.
well.
Cool.
Quick question. Now I had 2 points of exhaustion. That means I have 1 point of exhaustion now, right?
No, they're all gone.
Oh, they're all gone. Excellent.
Hooray.
Yeah, it's a cumulative effect, and they're all gone when you rest.
Thank God.
Just don't get too many of them, or you will die.
Yeah, it's no
Yeah.
worries. Borky was quite exhausted.
Yeah, you
Tass
guys,
wakes up, looks at the mound of sand in front of him, and just pushes it over. What the fuck is this?
As you do, the rain takes it and it kind of crushes it down. A light rain has now drifted over the sea. You hear the
Whoa.
ghost waves coming in and out. Yeah, Zenrio, there's water coming from the sky.
You guys, there's water coming from the sky. Is it leaking?
Yes.
No, that's rain.
Did I make somebody upset? Are they crying?
God.
No, Zenrio. The water that is on the earth returns into the sky and comes back down, like and recycles over and over again.
I heard one of the scientists say it's condensation.
God.
Condensation. Okay, I gotta remember that.
Oh, I have that 1 point of exhaustion back again. Now that I have a migraine the size of my fucking skull.
Greckles looks over to Task. Should we go find some breakfast?
Yes.
All right.
All right,
I'm gonna
we're
roll survival. I'm gonna go into the woods.
you guys are gonna enter the woods? Okay.
Well, there's not much in there.
We'll see. 26.
26. As you move forward, you see something moving in the distance slightly. Task. Do you want to approach it and try and sneak up on it?
Sure, I'll sneak.
Okay.
Stealth. 22.
I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh, fuck all. Here we go.
Nice.
Nat 20.
As you move forward, your foot hits something. You hear a ka-ching, and you immediately move away and like grab and like quickly cut with your teeth a piece of rope which snatches around your leg and immediately jettisons up this tree and begins to bounce. You manage not to get caught in a trap, and you hear a squealing noise as a boar runs away.
I shoot the boar.
It's you're on the ground. You can't take a shot, and you don't. You have you can't. Your reaction at that point was to be free of the trap. You can't use your reaction to shoot the boar. It's gone.
Okay.
The moment you hear
well,
that go, it's like psh, gone.
Shit. All right.
A bunch of crows all begin to scatter from the tree.
Well, I'm getting away from that because the moment that if any tracker or any kind of hunter type is going to notice that the trap sprung and birds are flying away, they're going to come to this location. So I head back to camp.
Well, you guys are all there. You guys have all, from what I understand, you guys all entered.
Oh,
the
yes.
forest.
Good work, Task. You avoided the trap. Why is there a trap?
That's a good question.
Did somebody here set a trap?
Probably. So
I meant one of you guys.
No, that wasn't any of us. That was here before us.
We must
It
be near
is-
some sort of civilization.
It is possible, gentlemen, we are near a quarry. We might be just on the outskirts of the camp,
I mean, we are north, right?
theoretically speaking.
All right, well, just keep your eyes on the ground in case there's more traps. Let's keep moving slowly.
Monty, is there enough brush or not brush? Is there enough canopy to move in the trees easy enough?
There's a lot of canopy. It is very thick. You are not sure how to safely go about this, and it's very slippery now because of the rain.
Okay.
So you could make an attempt, but the save is going to be really high, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, screw it. While we're moving, I will be stealthed 5 feet from the.
Okay.
That's a 13.
Keep an eye out for traps. Would that be survival or perception?
That is investigation.
Investigation. All right. Well.
And it's something you have to do. It's kind of like, I'd say do it once, and then we'll see what happens, and then we'll proceed forward. I do need a marching order though, from who's going to be leading the march, and then who's
Borky's going to go in front because he's got danger sense.
Hey, Borky, you're up front.
Borky goes up front.
I'll hang in the back. I got the ranged weapon.
Panic is going to be smack dab in the middle.
I will be right behind Panic like a sandwich.
If I can find cover within 10 feet of the group, I'd like to do that.
You're like
Okay,
the
you
whole
go
grain
first.
piece of bread.
Yeah, you're like the 12 grain bread, and Panic and I are like the delicious middle part.
Oh,
I
yes.
think he's the meat and you're the cheese.
I am.
Yeah,
I'm
Uh,
delicious
18
meat.
on investigation.
Okay, as you guys are traveling forward in this marching order, Task, you find a few more of these similar style traps that you manage to kind of like avoid. You notice that there are very specific vegetation there to trigger such a trap. Greckles, you're off to the side, correct?
10 feet, 5 to 10 feet from the group, if possible.
As you're traveling through these bushes, you notice that there are berries in them.
What could I use to identify them?
Nature.
Skill-wise. Let's see here. That is a 19.
These are edible.
I will take as many as I can carry.
Okay, you grab a bunch. You kind of start pulling them, and you have like a little cloth, like a little handkerchief. Full of them.
You guys hear from the bushes. Hey, I got some berries.
Cool beans.
Right.
Do you want any?
As you
Do you have enough
Yes.
to share
As
with
you
the whole
move-
class?
I share the berries. Let's move on.
All right. As you kind of put those berries away and you begin to move forward, you feel something enclose around your neck and cut up your windpipe.
Who?
You are currently restrained, and you cannot make any noise at the moment.
Who?
I take a slice at whatever is holding me.
You hear a noise, like almost like a wire noise, as you're roll a Constitution check for me.
A check or a save?
Save. Sorry, a save.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 5.
5. You get more tangled in this thing, and you can't breathe anymore.
If I have one more action to take, I'll minor illusion to call to the gang.
That is semantic.
Is it semantic? Oh shoot, it is semantic.
It is semantic. That's his gesture. You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, no verbal components. Yeah, you kind of thrust out your hand. What do you make appear?
It's a sound. I'm
okay.
calling out to the group.
You guys, as you guys are walking ahead, and you hear kind of some rustling in the bushes, you hear a "Ah!" behind you.
Turn around.
What the?
You see currently Greckles' leg sticking out of the bush at the moment, kind of twitching and flailing.
All right. Well, I pat. Since Panic's behind me, in front of me, I pat him on the shoulder. We got trouble, and I head back with a perception check.
Ah, fucking hell! Were those berries poisonous?
Oh god, I ate so many. Porky's face is covered.
He's got
Okay.
juice coming
20
out.
in perception.
All you see, because of how thick this foliage is, all you see is Greckles' foot sticking out of here right now. You can't see the rest of him at the moment.
I'm gonna go help Greckles out of the entanglement.
All right, you go over, you kind of push aside the brush with your arms, and you see currently a barbed wire, sort of very crude design, currently encoiled around like a noose around Greckles' neck. You see blood kind of coming and dripping down his feathers as he's trying. As the more he struggles, the tighter it gets on him.
Could I not cut this thing, or am I restrained?
No,
completely?
it's metal. It is metal wire. It is thick as well, but it was like it's green, which is surprising. Like it's got a green ink on it to make it camouflage.
Can the acid not cut through it?
Well, I mean,
So
you were swinging wildly, so I assumed you were.
No,
like-
I wasn't swinging wildly. If I'm caught in
I
something
would say
rope
for
like
something like this, I would probably say no.
Okay.
That
Just for the
has to-
simple stuff that it is a trap, and you would have to hit it in a very specific place.
Okay.
And because you are currently like losing oxygen, you wouldn't have enough focus at that point to be able to do it. Not with that Constitution save. So, you watch as Greckles is coiled in this very intricate, what looks like some sort of boar snare or some sort of like deer snare. It is meant to catch a large creature and basically suffocate it, so it can be collected eventually. Panic. But you currently see Greckles now losing oxygen very quickly.
Can I help him out of it?
Yeah, roll a strength check.
Oh, good.
Okay, you need above a 10.
13.
You kind of grab and you pull up Greckles so there's no more pressure on his neck, and you immediately feel a pressure alleviate. But it's still like locked. It kind of has this locking system where the tighter it gets, it locks in place. It doesn't unlock. You manage to go in with like a rock you find, Panic, and you manage to kind of like push it almost like a zip strap, and you manage to get it to all and loose, and immediately Greckles, you can breathe again.
Okay.
He all right?
You take no damage, but that was, for an animal,
Harrowing.
that was 100% like death, certain death.
Well, we can count on one thing. Wherever we are, whoever is here, they're not stupid.
Yeah, just like us.
Borky says, "Are they poisonous or not?" Borky didn't see what was going on.
Borky, you're fine. Let's go.
I don't think they're poisonous.
Oh. Okay, what happened
It was-
back there?
It was obviously bait. That's what it was.
It was a trap. It was another one of the traps.
Oh, better stay close to us then, Grackle.
Yeah, let's move on cautiously.
Once again, I will remain in the back. So if Greckles wants to get in front of me, go for it.
Yeah, I guess I'll be second from.
Zenrio, you have a bird behind you now.
Hi. He turns around and waves.
Greckles
as
kind of
you're-
ignores him.
As you're walking, Zenrio, you look up and you see these flying creatures with wings, almost like flying fish, but they're actually flying.
Hey, what are those?
Who looks
Well,
up?
what are we?
You see a crow looking down.
Oh, a crow?
They're like Greckles, but not really, and can't talk.
They're like land seagulls.
Oh, land seagulls. Okay. Cool.
It flies away.
Land.
Oh, all right.
Though I am a little. I don't want to sound too paranoid, but if whoever lives here is trackers and hunters, that might be an alert.
Oh, you think that the crows set them? The traps?
They are
This is-
smart.
Oh, they're really smart.
They got Greckles.
Having had that harrowing experience, I'll help Task in trap searching.
Okay. Roll another investigation check.
Oh, jeez.
Go on. You're feeling dizzy. You're not feeling so good. Something. You're like, oof, you're feeling kind of like if you could sweat, you'd be sweating right now. Something's not right as you're walking forward. You can't seem to focus very well.
Is it a continuous growth thing, like a poison of some sort?
It's not poison, but you're just not feeling too good. Could be
Okay.
shock, but you don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a continuously worsening thing.
You could roll knowledge medicine if you'd like.
That would be good. 20.
20. You've taken on a fever.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I will relay that to our crew.
As you guys turn and look at Greckles, you can tell he's not looking very good. He's looking like a little.
If you guys want to take a break, Ken. All right, so Monty, I don't know if this will work because I don't know how you're gonna work this on me. Does lesser restoration work on this?
If it is a disease, yes.
Yes, it says either one disease or one continuing affliction.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that.
Stop and cover us. I'll take care of them.
Borky takes up a guard stance.
Okay.
All right, casting lesser restoration.
Zenrio puts up his hands like a karate man.
Okay.
Does he even know what karate is?
Yes.
Listen,
Fishman
I know-
karate.
I've done some moves that could be mistaken for martial arts.
He has so many fish VHSs you don't even fucking know.
Yeah. he's like,
All right.
So
As you,
how do I...
as you rest your hands on Greckles, you cast Luster Restoration.
Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna do a bit.
It's all right.
All right. You immediately feel that affliction kind of fade away. The fever goes away. Your sense of vision kind of re-steadies. You feel a lot better.
Ugh.
You get the sense that those things probably aren't cleaned.
Yeah, I would assume as much.
Definitely not intentional disease, but definitely, you know.
He's cured of bird flu.
You know, in retrospect, maybe they're not as. God, could you imagine eating something that's? Ugh, never mind.
gross.
All right. You guys head on further. Who is third in the marching order? It is Borky
Zen?
and then Zenrio. Hey.
It's
As you
me.
guys are moving down through these different clearings, Zenrio, I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Dexterity? Okay.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
17. Oh my god, a good roll finally.
Okay, very nice. As you guys are walking, it's so thick. The brush is super thick, and now you're being besieged by insects as well. As you guys move forward, Borky and Panic, you guys kind of move forward, and you don't notice under your feet is a trap. And as it reaches Zenrio, with the third step, it sets off. But Zenrio, you lift up your foot as a bear trap snaps in front of you, barely missing your leg.
Oh! Whoa, gnarly, what is this?
As you look down at it, it is a very intriguing mechanism, actually. It's actually incredibly interesting. It is definitely like either dwarven make or some sort of elven make. It is very refined. You get the sense that if you step on it twice, the third time you step on it, it actually works. This is probably more for like a herd animal, like a boar or some other creature. It lets you not get the big...
Silly question. Would my danger sense be able to detect that at least?
If it snaps for you, then yes, you would have advantage.
Oh, if it snaps for me.
dexterity save.
Okay.
But it was for Zenrio, yeah. So essentially, what you get from this mechanism task is that it is meant to essentially grab whatever is in the middle of the herd, potentially the fatter, more juicier member of the pack. It doesn't get the weakest at the end. It doesn't get the strongest at the beginning, which probably would just shrug off something like this. It aims specifically for the middle, which has a higher chance of either catching young or catching something like a fatter animal, essentially.
Right.
I will have Task take that trap, actually.
Okay, it is chained to a tree.
Oh, piss.
As you kind of pull at it, you notice that it goes up to a tree and is chained around the tree.
How hard is that chain?
It's not particularly thick. You couldn't probably do it with you could maybe with your acid dagger, but you would have to stay there for probably about 10 to 20 minutes to actually get it to...
Don't worry about it. I'm just...
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have... Task was pretty much just gonna mention, oh, it's timed. That's rather strange and intricate.
As you guys are standing there, you see more crows. All begin to flock away.
Them crows seems to be hovering near us. You think we're being followed?
Well, they're probably mad that we keep missing their traps.
Maybe.
I
Task,
still... Yeah.
you're a hunter. You do traps. There's all kinds of traps here. There's small snares. There's like just getting people by the neck. There's bear traps. Just like a wide plethora, or nothing for anything particular. What? Why so
Roll
many?
a knowledge survival task.
13.
As you look at this and you look at how many of these traps there are, this is either pure desperation or not all these traps are meant for animals. Either one of the two. It's either extreme desperation or it's excessive for protection. You're not sure.
Yeah.
Which...
This is all these traps are far too close to each other for them to be actually hunting or gathering food. This feels more like a defense effort.
Panic, as you're standing there, you feel the ground rumble.
Oh shit! I try to dodge roll out of the way.
You dodge roll from nothing. But as you dodge roll and the rest of you guys look to the lushness of the forest, you begin to see these large, almost bull cow-like beasts, these massive creatures begin to barrel towards you with massive horns. basically tossing aside young brush and trees, and you see riding on their backs these large orcs, well armed, that then begin to encircle around you. The stampede kicking up dirt and mud in the wake, mushrooms kicking underfoot, and various brush being trampled beneath the hooves. And they all begin to kind of encircle around you, pointing spears, swords, axes, everything in your direction as they begin to encircle you.
What color are the orcs?
They are a deep, almost like green blue color, like an aqua blue color.
Borky shouts out,
I am Borky of Alivast. I'm here to make a deal.
Yeah. Crosses his arm. I cross my arms.
Roll a persuasion
God,
check
that's it.
with advantage. I'm assuming you say this in orc, by the way.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
What check? A persuasion check with advantage?
Persuasion with advantage, yeah.
18.
Very nice. 18. One of the orcs, you get the sense, is kind of the leader of this war party. He is going to look to you and grab his name. He's going to introduce himself as well. I am Urad of the Blood of Ganache tribe. Your accent is unfamiliar to us. From which tribe of Alivast do you hail?
The Sweet Dragons.
They all kind of murmur to each other, sweet dragons, what was that? Can they be sweet? And this is your war party.
It is. Task, my sharpshooter.
I'm assuming you're talking in orc, unless you
Yeah.
can call me out.
I point too.
Yeah, Task is like
Task,
has
You watch Task as all the arcs just shift and look at you immediately.
Task will Task while they were trying to encircle, Task was just readying the crossbow. He just stands there looking at them, not pointing. The crossbow is at the floor right now.
Okay.
Grackles, scout.
And Borky points at Greckles.
Greckles does the fucking Falco arms cross, looking off to the side.
Photorealistically.
Borky points at Panic.
Our
Use?
our money man.
I don't know what to say. I was going to say sexy, but it doesn't fit.
You travel with a
Man.
Tamarack in your midst.
Yes, he's full Tamaruk. He's full devil.
And Borky points at Azrio.
And Azrael.
Azrio? You mean Zenrio?
Zenrio. I'm so sorry. And Zenrio. And Borky points at Zenrio.
This is Zenrio, my trainee.
Yeah. And then I use prestidigitation to make a very pathetic smoke puff.
We are aware of the Tritons. We do trade with them on occasion. Not of this one. We will encircle you and take us to our camp. You move, we kill. Understood?
Borky relays.
you are a-
Borky relays that to everyone immediately.
We're
Okay.
good. We're good.
As long as we're being taken to civilization, that's where we need to go.
Borky puts the blade and has the blade gleam off the sun the best he can.
There's no sun.
No, but you know, he's just trying to make it look sexy.
It's raining. The rain's
Leave that to
running.
me.
God,
Fold, give me sight beyond sight.
Da, 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 no.
As you are walking, though, Borky, you hear a voice in your mind go, good. That was very good. It was simple and to the point.
When I got to Panic, I was gonna say something dumb, but I just money man, cause he makes money.
That works, I guess. You're very clear about their actual talents, which is good. It proves that you are not a liar.
Thank you very much for the advice, and your wisdom has been incredibly necessary.
You guys proceed forward. As you do through the snow, you guys get soaking wet. Just between like all the brush just reaching up past your shoulders to the mud on the ground. I would like the city slickers. I want Panic and Zenrio and Greckles to make Constitution saving throws for me.
Can I keep prestidigitationing my clothes to keep?
This
them
is
dry?
not for that. This is for something else.
Oh, Constitution.
No.
Yeah. Nice.
Hot damn.
Oh damn, you're fine.
That one.
Ooh,
Ah!
boy.
The duality of the dice giveth, the dice taketh away.
17.
Zenrio, you've never smelled on the surface before, so you don't really even notice the horrendous stench of these large bestial cow creatures. Which, by the way, what are these? Like, you have no idea. You've never seen something like this.
What could they possibly be?
Hairy
They
fish.
have massive horns and like shaggy woolly fur, and they're like they smell, but you can't help but love the smell. It's a very like musky hay-like smell. Greckles, you don't care. You're fine. Probably some residual magic from Task's little spell there. Panic, you want to die. This is the worst. It smells.
Fucking sewer on legs.
It is literally. It smells like poop.
One
It
of the,
smells like manure.
one of the Oroc stops and he just doesn't pay attention and walks into its butt. Oh.
Don't give her
Anyone
ideas.
who would like to, out of the party, whoever wants to choose to do so, you can make a one knowledge nature check to identify what these creatures are.
Each or just one period?
Just one period, so you have to choose amongst two.
I have a +1, so that's not me.
I have a +2 to nature.
I have a
I have
minus
a
one.
0.
Panic.
I mean, I have +3 to knowledge nature, so
You're
Go
probably
for
the
it.
better one then.
I'm excited for
Yeah.
this new spin-off of City Slickers, guys. I do think it's really good.
these smelly orc cows. Let's see.
10. Okay, that's what you need.
10.
You know, as you're walking and you look at things, you're kind of running through what you think these might be. You've heard of some even more disgusting creatures that orcs tend to kind of stick around, but you know that these are Orocs, which are basically like orc. You're right, they're orc cows essentially. They're big, they're very mean, and if you guys were to actually have been charged by these things, it would have hurt a lot. It would have hurt a lot. So the fact that you were on their good graces right now is very nice. Shame that they smell like ass, but yeah. You know, for now, they range anywhere from being very ordinary to being okay, but they're well trained. They're being ridden, so these ones are obviously well raised. And as you guys walk for about 2 to 3 hours, actually, through these uncharted, you watch a party to check on certain traps, to rebait them. You even see at one point they gather an entire string of pheasants that they've caught using different trapping techniques, which they all begin to kind of bag immediately for probably meal for the night.
I actually want to mention to Borky to remind the orcs that whatever they catch, they may want to clean as to what happened to Greckles.
God damn it, you beat me to the punch.
Borky says, my scout got caught by one of your really good traps. But it was really dirty and he got sick, so...
Orc gut can process that.
Yeah.
Blood is what's fearful.
Borky laughs that off.
All right, you guys proceed forward. They kind of give an idle glance to you, Greckles, kind of looking at the wounds, and they kind of turn and they go, "The thickness is good. Yeah, you couldn't get out of it." And they just keep walking. Eventually, you guys do smell the scent of campfire wood, of more of the Oroc smell, more pungent and forceful. As you break the trees, you see a large orc encampment. You see these large blue banners that are currently framed with the jaws of a shark currently resting. You see various campfires. You see many orcs kind of tending to these Orocs, as well as coming in with various different kills. One of the things you notice immediately, and this kind of stands out to you, Zenrio, especially, is none of them have any fish. From your knowledge of being, they mentioned they do trade with Tritons, they fish a lot. This is not normal for them to not be fishing. So it's kind of a little bit like, this is weird. I thought they mostly fished, but...
Yeah. So they have shark jaws at the entrance of their camp?
Yeah, they have a lot of shark jaw motif. They have various different strong fish, like barracuda skeletons, various different other things.
Zenrio will...
whalebone harpoons, other things, yeah.
Zenrio will ask one of the orcs, be like, "I didn't know you guys had sharks on land too. I thought they lived underwater."
Octobra! And you hear Borky, as one of the orcs, kind of yells at Zenrio and goes, "Back off, apprentice!" Like,
Back off,
Yes,
Frank.
okay.
Just be cool, be chill. But Borky
Okay,
says
chill. Right, okay.
Borky says it though, like in common, as like he's trying to be like very like this, like wagging his finger.
Be chill. I'm trying to keep it cool.
Right, cool. Okay. Okay, cool. Right, okay.
you guys proceed forward. They seem kind of ordinary. They seem like you guys have disrupted their routine and they don't like it. As you guys make your way forward into this encampment, you're met. Another orc kind of runs up and in Orcish says, like, "Why? Who are these? Who are these outsiders?" And the leader of the hunting party turns and goes, "He wishes to see Gruel." And there's kind of like some chatter of like, "Well, I don't know if Gruel's busy or not. He's blah 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 blah." He's currently
Borky says
watching
out
over the
loud,
healer."
does Borky overhear this?
Yeah, you overhear this conversation as they're basically just like, "Well, he said he's busy today. He's watching the healer and making sure they don't run." It's just like, "Well, he could take a break." And, like, they're
Borky
kinda-
says out loud in Orcish, just to them,
Trust me. He's busy now because he's got business with me.
and Borky
Ooh,
smiles.
Roll a persuasion check.
Come on, Borky.
Mm.
Get that persuasion.
No, the save for that was lowered because that was really good. You had to get above a 5. So it wasn't
Yay!
big.
Oh,
They
nice.
kinda look, yeah, because the current leader of the hunting party is winning this argument at this point, and with Borky's help, essentially, he pushed it over the edge. The leader of the hunting party kind of looks and smiles to the other orc, who appears to be some sort of like outer perimeter guard. He kind of turns up and looks at Borky, goes, "Fine, but you have to help me escort them." And the leader of the hunting party gets off of his Oroc and kind of gives it a pat and hands the reins over to what looks like a young orc, maybe 6. They mature fast, so it's hard to tell with them. And he takes the reins of the Oroc and kind of leads it to its pen, as the rest of you guys are kind of followed and flanked by all of the hunters now, who have all left their beasts to be cared for, and they all are arming themselves like as a precaution. They don't know you, especially since a lot of you are magic casters. They especially seem nervous around you, Panic. They seem very like eyes on you at the moment.
How are they reacting to
you guys-
Borky that he's green?
They're kind of like, there's more bizarre things at the moment that are around them. At this point, surprisingly, they don't seem to care too much about Task, given the fact that you've seen coastal kobolds before, like the blue ones. You assume they probably are used to those. Panic right now has the most attention, and Greckles has the most attention at this point. Those two in particular. You guys are led forward to this large, basically like a longhouse. You see smoke bellowing from the front. You can smell burning wood. As the curtains are drawn back, you see in front of you an empty throne, something not crazy. It's very simple. It's got various different furs. You see Oroc antlers adorning it, and you see currently what looks like an orc kind of almost writing, you'd say, but he's kind of like just mixing paints at the moment, and he kind of turns up and looks, and the leader of the hunting party goes, "Find Gruel," and he kind of nods and backs into a back hallway.
Borky takes up position kind of at the front of the group with 2 on each side.
Okay. Remy, as you wake up from the cage, you hear like a noise. You hear "Find Gruel," and then you hear some footsteps. And you kind of wake up and kind of turn over. You watch as not his bedroom, but another room is entered by this orc, and eventually Gruel emerges. You get the sense that he's leaving Audrey to sleep in his room. Just because right now you get the sense from that night and everything that's happened, given the state that his clan was left in, she is currently the most important asset he has right now. He is making full use of her healing capabilities because he has no other options. So he's ensuring that she has like the most secure rest that she can, because it's like an investment at this point.
Got it.
She hates it. Audrey hates it, but
Yep.
Because you can even smell it on her. Like, she smells awful now. Eventually, you see Gruel emerge from the men's sleeping quarters. You know that they're separate. And he kind of makes his way down. And Borky, as you stand there and Panic, what surprises you the most, you watch as a demonic orc walks into the room, takes a slow stride over to the throne, and immediately slumps down in the chair and brings up a claw to his chin and kind of scratches the side of his face.
What the fuck?
And we are going to end tonight's session there.
Yeah! Woo!
All
Oof!
right.
Oof! Oh man, that was good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I was so nervous when I was talking to them. I'm like, come on, keep it simple, Kurt. This is for you, not just Borky.
Goodbye, Austin.
Bye,
Goodbye,
Austin.
Austin.
Bye, Austin.
Austin's at MagFest this weekend, so there might be a slight delay in the podcast version of this.
We are at 71.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
So, just a heads up, I don't want to rush us, but we may have to end the stream a little bit earlier because I do have some stuff to go over after the stream. So.
Absolutely. I'd like to really
so
quickly.
let's do bits and do
Yeah,
all that good
absolutely.
stuff,
There,
and then
Yeah, let's do bits and maybe. Yeah.
All right, I want to
maybe
thank
bits and
Luke.
call it there
I
if
want to
people-
thank Luke a lot for the 10,000 bits he just dropped just now. Insert witty comment here. I'm too inebriated to come up with something more witty at the moment. ... Happy holidays, Luke a lot, and happy New Year to you. And thank you so much for the 10,000 bits, dude. Blackfoot Ferret with another over 9,000
Holy shit.
bits. Glad you
Nice.
folks are back. 9,001 bits. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Blackfoot Ferret, and all hail the new bit boss, Blackfoot Ferret. It's not his first time on the throne, and may he warm it ever so. Blackwing Hellkite with 8,000 bits. I'm planning on joining a JoJo Bizarre Adventure D&D one-shot, and I need stand names. Any suggestions? Ooh,
Mambo number 5.
Ooh, that's good.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Barbie girl.
That's good.
Imagine Dragons.
Ooh.
Yellow Submarine.
Mm.
Not bad.
It could be a robot.
That's good. Yeah.
I like that.
The Black Album.
Ooh.
They might be giants.
Yes!
Yeah!
House in your soul!
Oh,
There you go. Ooh.
so-
These
How
are
about
all
this?
like A+ recommendations.
They might be giants.
My one stando safety dance. Blackwing Hellkite, thank you for the 8,000 bits, dude. Hope this helped out. Luke a lot with additional 5,000 bits, dude. Smack the dork. Best orc name ever. Luke a lot with additional 2,000 bits. Godspeed, Remy. Thank you so much, Luke a lot, for the 7,000 bits there.
Oh man,
Blackfoot
I'm so excited to interact with Remy.
Blackfoot
What?
Ferret.
Oh, oh no, they haven't met. No, no.
Blackfoot
have not.
Ferret.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Blackfoot-
By bad, I mean great.
We replaced you.
Oh, well, see, we think Remy's captured, and Remy thinks we're dead, so this will be fun for roleplay. Blackfoot Ferret with an additional elite bits. Crabs in space. Briz on Ice, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Save Remy, please. We're trying. Earliest Brad, 5,500 bits birthday. My birthday is tomorrow. I just can't wait to watch this later in the archives. Hope y'all keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for the 5,500 bits, and from all of us here, everyone, guys, let's all say happy birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy
Birthday.
Blackwing Hellkite, an additional 1,000 bits. Remy's gonna get married before the gang gets here. Oof.
That's not true. I'm not married yet, and you're here, so we're good.
Gray Lay with 2,500 bits. I'll just leave this here and watch the VOD. Gray Lay with 25,000 bits.
Whoa.
Holy sweet Jeebus, Gray Lay. Thank you so much. And from all of us here, a big thank you to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God, Gray Lay. That's incredibly kind of you. And I think that's everybody. We can't get to all the subs and everything because we gotta quickly jump off and actually have a pretty big meeting here, guys. Thank you so much for swinging by the Unexpectables. We're glad to be back here. It's 2019. We're gonna have ourselves a good time. Who should we? I'm joined by Distortion Devil. I'm joined by Gaijin Goomba. I'm joined by CZ Backlash, aka Zito. I'm joined by Octopimp. I'm joined by Edward Bosco and
Yeah, you are.
Monty Glue.
Hi.
Check out their Twitches. Check out their Twitters on their YouTubes.
Go Bears.
Yeah, we know that's what.
Oh, yes. And also check out our Discord as well.
Absolutely. Actually,
I
Yeah,
spelled
definitely
that
check
right.
out the Discord. We have
We're
Q&A
very
on there.
We're so close to 3,000 people on there, and we do.
Oh,
do
wow,
Q&A.
really? Holy shit.
yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. It's crazy.
it's
And
been
we
a
do
wild
dope.
ride. It's been a wild ride.
live Q&A. We have a Q&A channel. We have people who are there for the live stuff. There's fan theories, all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun.
So who should we raid, everybody?
We have Hey Mr. Rabbit and Maximilian Dude.
I'm down with him, Mr. Rabbit.
Let's right.
I would
I'm down
say
with Hey
Mr.
Mr.
Rabbit.
Rabbit
as
would
well.
appreciate it a
Yeah.
little bit
Rabbit
more.
appreciates
Of
it.
course.
Max has a ton of viewers.
Yeah, Max,
Yeah.
Max is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, he just came up on my side feed, so.
Wait, what about this guy Takahata 108?
No,
that guy's a
what-
douchebag, no.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's
he's a smelly willy.
He no
Yeah, I
butt.
heard
Boo.
He no butts people instead of yes anding. He's that kind of a-hole. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, bye everybody. See you later.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you again for all the
Take care,
kindness.
Bobby.
Be well.